Welcome to What the Drift Podcast with your hosts, Formula Drift drivers Andy Haitley and Jeff Jones.
You're going to have a problem because he's going to be talking right now.
Welcome to the Drift Wizards podcast. Hello. Huh? Underneath what? Oh, like that?
You want to like
Hello?
dub over yourself?
There.
You got to dub over the whole thing.
The Drift Wizard has entered your podcast. All right, we are here. Episode, is this 12? This is 12, I think.
Are we on?
Yeah. Well,
Hey, we're on. Hey.
Episode number 12, What the Drift podcast.
I just got to hear the awesome intro
We're
again.
back. Oh, yeah, the intro. Yeah. It's a pretty awesome
This
intro.
guy never plays the intro for me. I love it.
No, I'm not that nice to you.
All right, what are we drinking?
I'm drinking a mango cart today, and I'm like halfway
Mango.
through it, so well, fuck it, I'll switch to the thing. Why not?
Yeah. Get up in there.
We got to clink glasses.
And,
right?
I'm just drinking old beer
And
from the cooler.
We've been on a
Stone
little
Tangerine
hiatus,
Express.
a little break. You've
We
been
have been on a
busy,
break.
I've been busy.
Cheers.
Shit's been going down, but it's
been going down.
We have beers, and we're back, and
And we're back.
we're gonna watch some drifting.
Yeah. We haven't done a podcast in like a month.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
because we were banging them out, and
Yep.
then FD happened.
Well, fortunately, I released the last one a few days ago, so
Yeah.
we're kind of going back to like a normal schedule here, you know.
They don't know that we were gone. So we filmed the
Yeah.
Long Beach one. If you just watched it, that was filmed like right after Long Beach,
Yep.
right? And
exactly,
then we
yep.
haven't done anything since then.
Nope.
So it's our first time sitting back over here
Mm-hmm.
since Long Beach. So since April.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had Atlanta. We had what? A round of Hot Pit.
Oh yeah.
And then Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
All kinds of funny things. I just did Fuel Fest.
Mm-hmm.
That was massive.
Mm-hmm.
So lots of things happening in the drift world. Was there a Holly Fest? Or did that already happen?
The
I
LS
forget.
Fest thing.
LS Fest?
Yeah, that's one that Hobson won.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
yep. That already
Yep.
happened. That already
Hobson's
happened.
on fire.
I don't know what's happened in the last month. It's just been freaking busy.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
gnarly. Yeah.
So for me, I think I said this last time, FD doesn't really even start for me until Atlanta. Like Long Beach is just survival, right? It's
Yeah.
like, all right, the car's running.
Yeah.
We're tuned.
You always
It's-
like barely make it.
You know,
anyway,
it's
so,
like
you know?
it's you hate to say it that
Yeah.
way because you think we'd be prepared.
No.
There's always talking about, oh, they've had all off season to get prepared, but like you don't know what you're doing until the last minute. Sponsors don't kick in, parts don't come in stock. You know, your team. You don't. I've got 2 new guys on my team this year. Other dudes just had life they need to get back to.
Yeah, and then every once in a while, just something throws you a curveball, and you're out for, you know, like with Gonzo being injured or whatever after Atlanta or whatever. The past 2 weeks after Atlanta, I just had to play dog nurse, you know. So like, Now I'm at a time crunch before Jersey, and I'm trying to get 8 million things done at once so that I can, you know, make it out there and
Yeah,
be
I
comfortable.
feel really bad for the guys who are on the East Coast that have to come to the West Coast for Long Beach and then just turn around and head right back.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at
Yeah.
least their rounds are close to them for like 3 of them, but
all
still,
those people moving to the middle of the country are pretty smart. That's
Are
all
they?
I gotta say.
it's still equal distance, but
It
At
is,
least 3 of
but
them are
just
close
like
to them.
but there's no event that's like 40 hours away.
they're
you know?
all far away though. None of them are in Texas.
Yeah, it's true.
They've lost all.
But
their
if you're in
Texas
like,
events.
let's say you're just based out of Atlanta, though, for example, I guess you're pretty far from the West
Yeah.
Coast still.
Actually, this raises a question. I'm curious. If you guys are watching this and you're in a different state that we don't go to, like, what's another good state that FD hasn't tapped into yet? Right?
Colorado, I feel like, would be
Okay.
a good one.
Yeah. I mean, at least we're close enough with Utah.
I mean, Grid Life does
But
their thing there. I don't know if the attendance
Texas was awesome. I
Oh,
miss going to
Texas was
Texas.
awesome.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, the track was probably expensive, and then
But Texas is like its own country, though, too. It's not like going to the Midwest. It's like you're not going to the Midwest. You're going to Texas.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind going back to Texas for an event. If there was a 9th round,
I'm just
I'd vote for
really
Texas.
mad because it's probably not going to be at Texas Motor Speedway because they had, FD had some sour blood with them after in the 2020 season. But the why I'm really not happy about that is because right across from Texas Motor Speedway is Buc-ee's. So
Buc-ee's.
If we do go back to Texas, more than likely it's not going to be right next to a Buc-ee's, and that's really going to upset me.
I, for the first time ever, went to Buc-ee's in Atlanta.
Wait, what? You never went to the one in Texas?
No. I went to the one in Texas.
Oh, okay.
But I'd never gone to one in Atlanta.
Oh, the one on the way to Mid-Pond or whatever?
Yeah.
Between Mid-Pond and Atlanta?
What is that off the 22, 28?
Yeah.
Am I making that up?
20, I think.
20?
20, yeah.
Sorry.
Wow.
Over there.
Yeah.
That was cool. Dude, if you've never been to a Buc-ee's,
I stopped at that one,
God
too.
damn.
I got
That is like the
brisket sandwich.
coolest freaking gas station, Walmart, something with the brisket sandwiches you can get, burritos. I bought race jugs. I needed one more race jug, and they have race jugs there.
It screams that it's from Texas, too, because it's just so over the top. Like, there's literally 100 plus gas pumps at every single one, if not like 200.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have like 50 electric vehicle charging stations. They have RV dump. They have like every single amenity you could ever.
I bet someone lives there that they don't know.
For sure.
Yeah. There's just a dude. Like, if you were a bum, find a Buc-ee's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But they're in like hot, miserable places though, because
Yeah.
Oh, but my favorite thing about Buc-ee's: 5 pounds of ice for $1.
Really?
I'm sorry, not 5 pounds. 20 pounds for $1.
Wow.
20 pounds for $1.
That's a lot.
And
of
then
ice.
I think the 10 pound is like 69 cents.
I feel like you could make money by just melting that ice and bottling it up.
That's a hack.
It's a life hack.
I don't know
right
if it's
there.
clean water. It tastes good.
It's got to be
Yeah,
clean because people put their drinks in it and stuff, like put it in their drinks and stuff.
I feel like one of the biggest sales lost in FD is people not selling ice at the track.
Yeah.
We're always burning up the ice. Like,
Yep.
literally, we'll go to the local liquor store, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And, like, you know what? Jersey people don't like ice.
What if you just like brought your own, like built a truck that was just like a little miniature like 7-Eleven type thing and just brought it to the track? A little
ice.
convenience store.
Yeah.
Like your booth would just be a convenience store.
That makes so much sense.
You sell
Makes too much
sodas,
sense.
candy, ice, drinks, whatever 7-Eleven's
But
got.
so, like,
Slurpees.
in Jersey, it's really hard to find ice.
Really?
We end up having to
that's
buy
what
like
it-
a crap ton of like 5 pound bags or something.
Everything is everywhere. Like it's so hard to find. It's hard to find anything in Jersey. Like,
Jersey kind of sucks.
That's
in that
the only
way.
town-
At least the part that we go to.
the first time we went out there, like way back in the day, like 2007, we went to Wall and we're lost. We're trying to find a gas station, and we asked this guy walking down the street. We asked him, we're like, "You know where there's a gas station, right?" He's like, "Well, I think there's one that way, but I think there's one that way too." And like, I was like, "You live here and you don't even know where anything is."
Yeah.
Like, it's a confusing state to get around. No left turns.
Confusing.
Yeah.
But yeah, getting ready
yeah.
for Atlanta is the first round for me.
Yep.
And so for you too, it was literally your first round.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you
Terrible.
decided to do this funny thing where you bought a trailer, sight unseen.
Yeah, just like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had mine delivered to me,
Yeah.
and then I found out all the goofiness.
Yeah.
You had to go to Atlanta with your old trailer and do a little swapperoo.
Mm-hmm.
So where? First off, where's your old trailer now?
It's in the woods in Atlanta.
Is it behind Curtis's house? Is it?
Yeah, it's hanging out over there.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean that's another room.
It's on Facebook Marketplace.
If that like
If
lived in
anybody wants it.
California, that's a $1,200 room a month.
The problem is it's going to rot exponentially faster out there with the moisture and the humidity and all that stuff.
Yeah, there's
So
that. But I hope someone's living in it for now.
I think like some like dirt bike kid
It's
needs
got
to
all
pick
the
it up.
Gonzo hair installation though.
Yeah. It's
yeah.
got holes in the
Probably
floor.
keeps it
It's got
warm.
tires that blow out all the time.
Yeah, welding axles back on.
Yeah.
Welding leaf springs
Yeah,
back on.
yeah.
Welding the
It's,
tongue back on.
It's an eventful trailer.
Yeah. I don't even know if we bring our welders with us for the
Lot of bad
car or
memories.
just for the trailers.
I don't think I've ever used mine on the car. I've used it on the trailer multiple times. Yeah.
Definitely on the trailers, something on the rig, like
Yeah.
because you're stuck in the middle somewhere. You gotta get it fixed.
Yep. The whole back end of that thing tried to fall off in a parking lot in New Mexico. I welded the whole like the trailer was cracking and it was like pieces that were like coming out. Like I literally saw the cracks and I go up and I like grabbed a little piece of the frame and like pulled it out like it was basically like crumbling like a potato chip, essentially.
Damn.
So I had to take those little chip pieces and put them back in and then weld them back together. And yeah, it's held up though.
Yeah.
Still together. Still in one piece. If anybody wants
Nice.
it, it is for sale.
So while we're on the trailer topic real
Yeah.
quick, like that's a part of being a pro, right? It's not just being a badass driver. It's not just, showing up to Willow Springs or whatever your local track is and driving your car there and getting it done. It used to be.
Yep.
Right now, being prepared for all the scenarios, having the extra amount of suspension, parts, fuel, oil for the next round. There's so many like things that you need to be prepared for. Like it's just more and more every time.
And that's all a part of being successful out there. Like if you you can sit there and think that, and like I think I'm looking at like my giant toolbox out there too that I just made or whatever, and I'm like, somewhere there's some guy out there that's got, a tiny little toolbox with minimal tools and he's getting it all done, but like that's not going to work every time.
No.
You know?
Yeah, there's definitely the rounds where you show up and it's you don't hit anything, nothing bad happens, you're all high fives, you win or lose, and you're just like, cool, that was a uneventful round. And then there's the next round.
Like Jersey for us last year where you had to swap a motor and I had to change a trailing arm and press a hub out and do all this
Where
crazy
you're literally
stuff.
using every single tool
Yeah.
that you have. And then so the reason for the pit cart.
Both of us owe Chris Knapp a cheeseburger, by the way.
Yeah. Yes, we do. Yeah. Chris Knapp is awesome. We're going to Jersey next,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's an awesome track. We'll get to that part, though. The pit cart. The reason we kind of need pit carts nowadays is not just, I guess we've been in this game long enough. I guess we're probably both tired of unloading our entire trailer, putting it in the back of the trailer. And if you don't know, it's literally like, what would you say, 2 miles from Atlanta Cold Pit, the paddock area, into going up the hill, over the hill, down the hill, back up another hill, and then in around the back area.
Probably about a mile,
to your
but
pit
it feels
space.
like 2 miles because you're going a mile per hour the
You're
entire
not.
time.
You're literally not pushing
Yeah.
your stuff over there. Like in Long Beach, you don't even need your rig. You can literally push your stuff to the grid area. And then certain tracks like Jersey, like Florida, they're so small that we actually hot pit and everything out of our trailers, right? So we don't need the pit cart. Just whatever your toolbox just comes out and it just stays there, like you probably would at most of your local drift events, right? You don't have to go somewhere.
That's one where we got
outside of a hot pit.
Kevin running all over the place looking for you whenever he come with a 5-minute timer.
Yeah, it's bittersweet for them, right?
Yeah.
Because they have to run, like know where your pit space is, find you, and do all that thing. And then in Orlando last year, you had that flood.
Oh yeah, that was gnarly, man.
Yeah, you literally had, I think, a table
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
ground and something else and some rims and wheels,
And it was
so that you could hop over
yeah.
and get to your
And the
trailer.
table's like 3 inches thick. We laid those flat to just kind of make like a pathway, like an elevated pathway, and then eventually that sunk in, and we started piling like cardboard on top and wheels and all sorts of stuff, so you could walk across the lake to get into the trailer because my door to the trailer was like down on the other end, which is 6 inches of water or whatever.
That really sucked.
Yeah, it did, but we won that round. So I did. I was
high five to that.
I was in a good mood.
All the trials and tribulations and came through with that one.
I was not in a sour mood at all.
Yeah, legit freaking.
Yeah.
Probably under your trailer was probably like 5 inches of just solid water. That. How miserable is that?
Yep.
And sometimes that's just the crap you got to deal with. And then, but yeah, so like just kind of, I know that there's a lot of Pro-Am guys that listen to us and check us out. And so talking about the pit cart, because you just built yours, I just built mine a few months ago. I went with like a miniature trailer basically to where I could put my toolbox, it's a Harbor Freight, the 44-inch guy. I had this not a filing cabinet, but like a like a two-door cabinet with
like those guys. Yeah.
Yep. And so threw this cabinet on there. So my pit cart is like 40 something inches wide by I think like 80 inches long. And so that's
yours is 40 inches wide.
Wide?
Oh yeah,
yeah, wide, yeah. And
Yeah.
so like 80 inches long. So because I was debating, do I want the what do you call that thing? I just had the cabinet next to the toolbox or the other way around. I was trying to optimize.
Your new trailer's fifth wheel too, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was trying to optimize my space because
So
I knew
you-
I wanted
you
to
don't-
throw all my stuff on there.
What do you bring out in the bed of your truck to hot?
So that's what it is.
Yeah.
The
Just
pit cart
tires?
literally is everything I need for the car.
So nothing goes in the truck.
The only thing that goes in the truck is tires.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, the floor jack.
Okay.
I have not made the cool space you made under
Yeah.
yours to put the floor jack under yet.
Yeah, yeah,
And that's still the plan to do that.
Yeah.
Because that's really rad. You don't have to lift your heavy ass floor jack.
Yeah.
And yeah, like, because when you're going to Atlanta and you need either you need a tow rod or tape.
The fuel thing.
What a mission to go do.
The fuel thing I've been trying to figure out for a while, because like I use the 5-gallon pails right now, which is great because they're sealed. I know my fuel is fresh. Yada yada yada. It's so much cheaper to buy the drums. I know it. I know it is, but I like having the.
I've been doing the drums for like.
Yeah, and I need to
years
switch over to that eventually, but it's like I don't think I have a room for a drum in the trailer, so I'd have to individually.
Well, a good spot for a drum, it's not too bad, but like literally on the very back of your trailer, right by the door, first thing out, last thing in, or kind of thing.
Yeah, I like to keep the stuff behind the car minimal because I like to go testing right before I leave.
Yeah.
So, like,
I mean, you're a little guy. I can move a 55-gallon drum.
I mean,
of
if
fuel.
I had a wheel thing, if I had the drum,
but it helps
carrier,
offset some weight because you're so overloaded on the tongue weight in the front, which you need to be obviously more. Tongue
Yeah,
weight
you
in the
want
front.
to be. Yeah,
But the drums don't
I
move
was
that much.
I was always against putting fuel in the trailer for like safety reasons too.
There's that. Well, if it's a metal drum,
I think you're all right with a barrel like that.
Get it over your
like, yeah.
axles. Maybe put the
But
car
I
further
remember
back.
like back in the day, it was some like circle track guy and his whole trailer like burnt up, and there was a GoFundMe and all this stuff. And like ever since then, I was like, I'm not putting fuel in the actual
when it comes
trailer.
to trailers, you're probably gonna get what a wheel bearing, bearing
wheel bearing or like electrical
first
spark
brake.
near
Something's gonna
yeah.
happen there. That's what I've been actually fearful this year because I've got what are those called? The oil filled. They call them oil bath bearings. Yeah, so instead of having grease in there, it's got a cap and it's literally got gear oil inside.
And
of
is
it.
that specific to? Can you run the grease bearings in your axles, or is that just specific?
I've been
to your
told by
axles?
some people that you can pull out the oil, put grease in the bearings, and actually put it back on, and it's all fine like normal.
Okay.
But I've also been told by some other people that you have way less rolling resistance.
Is that specific to the axle? Are those axles just made for oil-filled bearings, or is this?
Yeah,
like
no, they're made for oil.
Okay.
Like I think if you ever see like a big rig or some of that stuff,
Yeah.
where you can actually you look at the hub and it's like this like glass plasticky looking thing, and you can see the oil level. That's what it looks like.
Interesting.
Yeah. So supposedly get better fuel mileage. It lasts longer.
Yeah,
and
less rolling resistance.
Yeah, and you literally just every like couple of years you just pull off the cap, the oil drains out. You put the cap back on, fill it back up with oil, and that's your service. And so everything should last longer and better. But obviously don't let it run dry.
Yeah.
And such. But back to the pit cart thing. Yeah, I literally like to take all of my stuff. Like, like
everything you can.
Who is it? Dean Carney, I swear, in Texas, used to literally bring another trailer out to pits.
Another like trailer, like an open
no,
trailer?
another trailer.
Yeah.
No, it was I want to say it was probably like a 28-foot gooseneck.
Oh, he brought out like an enclosed trailer.
Yes.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if it was just something that he always had around or one of his buddies or whatnot. But
That's kind of a great idea, though.
dude, it was amazing.
Because you got to think like if you had a 2-car trailer, right? You could back up a little miniature, like maybe like a 7 by like 10, like little dinky like motorcycle trailer.
Yeah.
And then just use that for your hot grid. You could put everything in there.
Texas is freaking huge, so I mean, he could just bring it out there. The paddock's huge.
That's a great idea. Back a trailer into another trailer, and then you got everything you need. You just take it out to hot grid.
Yeah. So being prepared, having all the things. Like I literally remember one time just needing some tape for something stupid, and I was like, had to ask one of my buddies helping, to in Texas. Like to go either take the truck or hop in a little pit cart if you got
tape.
one or something. Yeah,
Just for
go
tape.
all the way back, grab some freaking tape, come back. I forget
yeah.
what it's for, but how annoying. It's like places like Texas are huge.
Yeah.
Atlanta's huge.
Yeah.
Utah, the
Good
new track in
Lord.
Utah, man.
They need to figure that out.
And there's not even a
They need to make a cut.
quick little cut.
No,
yeah.
they need to.
You're on the
open up a hole in
racetrack
the
and you
wall
have
or
to
something.
drive half of the racetrack. Like we're going through more
That
race
one
gas.
is legit 2 miles.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's the.
We're going
furthest.
through more
Yeah.
race fuel driving back and forth
And
after our run.
The most frustrating part is it's not that far physically, like as the crow flies, but the fact that the racetrack weaves, like you have
You're
to weave
going
through
back and forth.
through
It's
the
so
longest
unnecessary.
S's to get to the hot grid. It's so annoying. Yeah, I remember even in the simulator, I would like just cut right across the dirt to get over there.
Oh my god. So yeah, preparation's key. That's why I was going on this little rant just now. If you guys are trying to get up to Willow or wherever your local track is, bring in all your crap, man. Because it sucks when you get up to the track, even if you're just testing and tuning, and your day gets cut short because you didn't bring another axle or you didn't bring another tie rod or whatever that dumb little like nuts and bolts. Having extra hardware.
I feel like that's how it all adds up over the years. The more and more years you do it, the more things you're like, oh, that broke. I'm bringing that next time.
Well, this comes back to what we were talking about being hoarders earlier.
And then it just turns into this giant pile of things.
That whole little like being a hoarder thing, it works out sometimes.
It
Nuts
does.
and bolts,
I just got you that nut and bolt.
Yeah,
that bolt for your thing, man. That's why I have my little bin labeled tiny
sometimes
nuts.
If you can be more organized, being organized helps out on that a lot.
Yeah. If I literally had all my bolts in a giant bin and I didn't isolate all the tiny ones, we would have never found that. And we found it in what, 3 minutes, 5 minutes? Didn't take very long.
Well, so I remember giving Kyle some crap, probably like 2017, 18. This is back when we teamed up and we were in one trailer. We had 2 cars, 2 teams in one trailer. Unless you're in a gigantic stacker or big rig, it's like very hard to do that nowadays.
Yeah.
But I remember like me taking all my crap out there and Kyle sitting there with like just his car and some tires and some fuel. I'm like, "What's up, bro? Where's your spare parts?" Like, "Oh, that's all I need." I'm like, "You're not ready to go to war? You're not ready to hit someone and die and fix the sucker and go do it again?"
No.
He's like, "I don't know." And then bam, he goes and hits somebody. He's like, "Ah, fuck, I need my parts."
Yeah.
There goes sending running someone to get it. It's like now you just lost a mechanic who's got to go run and get it and can't bring it back. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a being prepared helps me out kind of guy.
Yeah.
We're a small team, so the things that we can do in the background that are free and just being more prepared are what really helps out.
Yeah.
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 Keep the car on the track.
Yep. There's a lot that you can do that doesn't cost you a whole lot. That just is, making sure that your ass is covered when it needs to be.
Yeah. No, that's for me with like Part Shop Max. Those guys help me out so much. They're always sending me extra parts, like, and they're always saying, "What do you need? If you need anything, freaking Tommy Roberts, like I'm overnighting it, send it to you." Because I remember like my first, second, third year of FD, I literally had like maybe 1 tie rod, and they were extended tie rods. So it was probably some like bolts that I like welded onto it. I cut it, extended it with some bolts, something stupid. And I'm like, man, I don't have another tie rod. I don't want to drive that hard. If I mess something up, I'm ruined. Like you cannot travel the country and not be prepared.
No.
Yeah.
No,
but I mean, that was for me. That was 2009.
Yeah.
Like you said, you were in 2007 out there in the wall. I flat towed my
Yeah,
13.
you told that story the last time.
Yeah.
Losing it on the freaking bridge.
Like how ridiculous. How ridiculous. I feel like drifters nowadays are so much more prepared.
Oh yeah.
And ahead of the game, like knowledge.
Yeah.
The things they know. Like sometimes I'll try to tell someone about some suspension stuff and explain to them what's going down, and they're already ahead of it. I'm like, you just got into this like a month ago. How do you already know all this?
The internet.
Freaking internet, bro.
Yeah.
We are just ramping up so fast.
Yeah. It's exponential growth. It's just how it works. That's why people on skateboards are so much better than they were 20 years ago. It's just the fact that you grow up with seeing people doing, the same stuff that you're doing. If you grow up, we never grew up seeing guys throwing backies or, with crazy angle or all this stuff. And then as soon as we see that, we're like, oh, we can do that?
Yeah, backies are a total.
I want to do that.
Who was the first backy that you saw?
I don't know the first one that I saw, but I knew it was capable because I used to do them in Gran Turismo and like all the games and stuff like that. You could pull it off without an angle kit. If you just sort of like walked it backwards and kind of let the car settle itself out, it would eventually come back to straight, even if you were over 90 degrees or whatever. So I always knew it was possible. I'm not sure where I saw the first one.
I feel like I'm probably wrong on the first one that
Maybe
I saw.
Conrad Grunwald.
But exactly. That's the first one I remember.
That's
Conrad Grunwald in
too.
Atlanta, down the hill. And he kept doing it, and it was amazing in that big-ass Camaro. And it always looks better in a bigger car. Like, I didn't like, a Miata, a 8.6, my car 370. I don't think they look as good. But you get a big old long, like, Mustang or Camaro with square corners.
The basketball versus box theory.
Yeah. A round car versus a square car, like the big Mustangs, BMWs.
Yeah.
The backies are going to look the angle itself is just going to look so much better.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like when we watched Chelsea's thing earlier, just like, whoa. It was,
And I remember in the driver's meeting, them telling Conrad not to do that in qualifying.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that sucks.
It does. I feel like
because they're like, well, how are they going to chase that?
that's what the fans want to see.
That's what the fans want to see, but how are you going to chase that?
Throw a backy too.
And back then, that definitely maybe was harder to chase, but at the same time, the proximity wasn't even the same.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like we have way more proximity
So here's
now.
the thing, though. Like, if everyone was doing it, though, then you'd be onto something. What if the judges were like, you have to do that?
Right.
Then you know what you're going to see.
So, like, if initiation is worth 10 points, everyone's getting a 7 or an 8.
It's 0 until you hit 90 degrees, and then it goes from there.
Oh, boy. Well, I'm in trouble.
Well,
sometimes I feel like I'm killing it, like in Atlanta, and then I rewatch my run. I'm like, that's not.
There is a point to that, though, because it's like, remember Irwindale, we didn't used to run the wall back in the day, you know? And then all of a sudden, Hibbonet started running the wall, and then a couple years later, it's like, yes, you have to be on the wall.
You have to be on the wall.
You have to be on the wall. So it's like the progression of the sport is like, I mean, if 50% of the drivers can do a perfect backy every time, why aren't we just doing backies?
I think they're inconsistent, though.
They are, but if we did them every single time, I think I think we get better at them.
We'd have to. No, I agree.
Yeah,
that's just more practice. I remember we actually talked about this after we got off the podcast last time.
Yeah.
Who's calling you?
It's Westies.
Answer it.
Pick it up.
Speaker phone.
Hey.
No, speaker. What do we got? We got Fart Eater calling in.
What are you doing? You're on the podcast.
Fart Eater is chilling.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hey.
If you don't know Fart Eater, this is Dr. Westies.
Fart Eater.
It says Fart Eater on your phone.
It does say Fart Eater on my phone.
It doesn't say what's on my phone, does it?
No, it doesn't.
What's that? What's that on your phone?
Do you remember the rapper from back in the day, Lil White, who made that Acid song?
Can you rap it for us?
You have to Google it. I could, but I'm not.
I could, but I'm not. Nice. All right.
Okay, I'll let you go.
What do you want?
Well,
you called me like an hour ago.
I did. I was because I wanted to see.
Called me.
We didn't watch any of these freaking events because we're busy doing stuff, and I was wondering what battles were controversial or whatever you wanted to see. We found the stuff
you've spilled the beans that we haven't
that you
watched.
talked about. I know, but we're busy. It's how it goes down.
Yeah, we're freaking busy.
Yeah. But anything from Orlando and Atlanta that's like super notable that you want to see, us be rapping about or that should be rapping about?
Anything that I didn't mention already? Like
yeah.
in the text?
Yeah.
Did you talk about yourself?
Oh, yeah. I mean, not yet. We're getting there to my terrible driving.
We're getting there. We're talking about terrible pit boxes and traveling.
Yeah, we're way distracted right now. We're already 30 minutes in.
No, I probably would if I had time to think about it, but on the spot, no.
Not on the spot. All right, well, text if you do.
Cool. You going to book your plane ticket soon?
Yeah, I'll probably call you tomorrow and do it sometime.
All right.
All right, well, while you're on here, if you guys didn't know, this is Westies. He's Andy Haley spotter. What's the number one thing you tell Andy all the time while spotting?
The number one thing I tell him?
Yeah, like what comes out of your mouth the most? What's the repeated word?
Good shit.
Oh, damn. All right.
It's usually good shit. I'm usually trying to give him good shit because I know that he's going to be really mean to me if I don't.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, so when Alpha used to spot for me, it was like, it's okay.
It's okay.
Alpha was so mean to me.
Really? That's funny.
Yeah, he was bad.
I don't have to be mean to Andy. He normally lays down really solid lead runs. I guess the only thing we need to work on is just practice on running closer in the chase in tandem. But besides that, his lead runs are great. Really a couple notes on maybe get closer here, try something different. But for the most part, just go out there and run it.
Yeah. For the most part, I know my mistakes too. Like as soon as you tell me, I'm like, yeah, I know.
I know.
But that makes it easier too.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, thanks for calling in, buddy.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, dude. Yeah, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Later,
buddy.
Yeah, with Alpha, if I wasn't hitting like a 90, he was like, That's
good,
I think it was like 3 years in where he's like, you know what?
Yeah.
No one's really hitting 90s that much, so I should be telling you doing a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
That's
a good thing,
He's like,
though.
yeah, I should be, but I'm not.
Yeah.
I love that guy. Yeah.
That's a
whole
Alpha's a good
thing we
one.
got to talk about on just spotters, right?
Yeah.
That's a whole other finding a guy you can work well with and it gives you good input. I've
Yeah.
definitely talked with drivers over the years where they said, they just like didn't mingle with their spotter well, right? Or just didn't work out well. And being an FD this long, I'm sure you've seen spotters work with different teams, and you're like wondering, oh, that spotter's not on that team anymore. Now he's on that team or that team. It's like you wonder, why'd they switch?
Mm-hmm.
Some of these teams have budget, so is it a budget thing? Is it a how they work together thing?
Mm-hmm.
The chemistry of what works with each other is very important, right?
There has to be a very delicate chemistry there because, like, I feel like a lot of drivers could take offense to what the spotter is telling them.
Yeah, so like I've Alpha again being someone who's very direct, and he speaks great English, but he always says that he doesn't. But he would always say, he's like, man, I'm up there listening to some of these other spotters, and they're just like holding their driver's hand or like pampering their ass, like, oh no, that was great, and he's up there like, no, that sucked. Why would you tell him that was great?
Because they don't want to lose their job.
Maybe,
But so, there's an interesting dynamic there. You have to have like almost like a sibling-like relationship with that person because you got to be able to sort of take the shit that they're giving you and not get super upset and still know at the end of the day, like, hey, we're still friends. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
so
just because, I told you were driving terribly or whatever, like it doesn't mean.
So here's a weird dynamic. I've heard this from other drivers for sure before, where they felt like their spotter, and usually a spotter's another driver, right? And they felt like their driver was giving them advice as if they could do it better than what they're doing, right? And I was like, oh, okay. And a few names come to mind, but I don't want to name any names.
Yeah,
but there's a few drivers that told me, over the years of conversation, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, I could see that, like you spotted for me, but I think you're a fucking great driver. But we never had that issue at all.
No.
I think maybe it's the way you come across, and I never heard the exact wording that these drivers used. Oh, wait, we heard a beep. I don't know.
Uh-oh.
We got a beep, people. Our first beep.
God
and
damn
by the way, we're using GoPros this time. If you notice the difference.
That's going to be a hole in my timeline. God damn it.
Hole in the timeline. Well, we still got the guy on the left. We've
There
got
it
an 8
goes.
versus a 9, and I think the 8's winning so far.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
God damn
We're back
you,
here.
GoPro. Damn
It's doing
you.
better than our normal
That's a hole in
cameras.
my timeline. God damn it. Oh, and then the last podcast, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I edited that with the AI program. So
An AI program.
I hope it was the same.
So you asked the chat bot to program it for you? Boop, 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 boop.
And it's like, and then beepity beep beep, and then it's on YouTube.
Rad.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
All right, so back to spotters. Yeah, I think there's probably sometimes the pro guys asking his pro-am buddies. Calvin Ola spotted for me for a while. I don't know. I didn't have that problem with anyone that ever spotted with me. Maybe it was like,
You're also good at taking punches, though. At taking the shit talking or whatever. Like
yeah.
me and you both have a very interesting dynamic where we can talk all sorts of shit to each other, and it really doesn't piss each other off.
I mean, I think we both know when our runs suck, and we were okay with that, right?
Yeah.
And you come back, hey, good.
Yeah,
You kicked ass at the middle of the track.
At this point, if you're not accepting that, you're in fucking denial,
right?
Like you know when you do good, you know when you do bad. There's nobody's fucking perfect. James Dean, Osbo, they still make mistakes, they still mess up, they can still be beaten.
It's like, hey, you nailed the line. You want to try drifting it this time?
Yeah, exactly. yeah.
I'm just as fast as everyone else. Yeah, but you didn't have any angle.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What do you think about when people have their spouse spot for them? Girlfriends, wives?
Spouse, dad, brother, it's all the same. It doesn't work properly. It also doesn't work properly, I think, if
Well, arguably, Amy is probably people say one of the best spotters.
yeah, that's true. Actually,
that's a great dynamic that Odie and Amy have.
Yeah.
And clearly, I listen to her. She's got plenty of questions in the drivers' meetings. Great questions every time she's got something. She's all in.
It's not like
they're all in.
Yeah, I think she's the outlier where she's really
and then
on top of her shit.
Totally love my wife, Christina. Love you to death. When she spotted for me,
Didn't work so well.
No, as a spotter, she was doing okay. She obviously didn't understand the sport as best, and she just gave me the facts.
Yeah.
Tried to give me the depths where I was. But goddamn it, when I lost, she was ready to freaking protest.
Oh yeah.
She was already cussing judges out before anything even went
Right.
down. She was
You
cussing
look
out
up in the
Andy
booth
Luck.
and she's just strangling.
Yeah, and I'm
freaking-
like, I gotta go up to the judges' tower and save,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And then so she admittedly at the end of the year, she's like, I'm not spotting for you anymore.
Yeah.
It's way too stressful. I'm up
Too
there
emotional. Yeah.
cussing people
Yeah,
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, screaming.
It's you have a lot invested in it, especially even when I was spotting for you, I still had a lot invested in you doing well, and I was very happy when you did and very upset when you didn't.
It's hard to
And
have that emotional
I can't
disconnect, right?
imagine being that more invested in you from Christina's perspective, because she's she's your number two, you know. Yeah, so just being that stressed out, I couldn't deal with it either.
Yep. Like
I did find, as a spotter, but I was still points up there where I was very upset with the outcome. And,
I wonder if it's more nervous to be the spotter than the driver.
Driver. I mean, it depends on your mindset.
Yeah.
Certain events.
There's got to be a different type of nervous though. I've definitely heard my friends just say like, "Oh my god, I'm getting nervous. We're gonna go up right now." It's like maybe they're kind of new to it or something, and you could see them shaking, and you're like, "Yeah, I got this. It's cool." I guess we've just been doing it for so long.
Yeah.
Maybe it's normal for us. But
Nerves
for
and
them.
like the anticipation. I remember when Atlanta that year when I was spotting for you or whatever, and Osbo blew his motor or whatever, and they thought he wasn't going to make it up in time, and then he made it up, and yeah, that was a intense moment.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, every time you're up, we're watching, we're yelling and screaming, just like
Yep.
all the teams. I love seeing the parents. It's so rad to see parents in the game.
Yeah.
Because your dad's always there. Kyle Mohan's dad's always there. Rome's parents are always there usually, at least the local rounds for sure.
They have a different kind of investment in that.
God, yeah, they're just screaming. It's like you can't tell them that their son just lost.
Yeah, no, no. Yeah, every
Ah.
time, like if I do a full mistake, my fault, he's like, I think you did really good. And I'm like, I didn't.
Like you ever like spin
Thank
out
you.
and do a 360 and you come back and you fully lost and you
Yeah.
know it. And but your friends that don't really know drifting,
Yeah.
they're like, that was badass. You did a
Yeah.
360. How come you didn't win? And you're like, dude, hold on. I got to explain this whole freaking sport to you right now. Chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
Don't go on the internet and get wild.
Yeah.
You're going to make us all look like idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah, those suck. But those are always the best and they're funny. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And life goes on. What's that?
Your dad just always looks like he's
Your dad's always stressed out?
Yeah, my dad's always on one.
Yeah.
He's very happy when we do well, though.
Nice.
next to him, he's like, oh geez.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
I can't imagine how stressful it's got to be.
There he goes again. Hopefully he doesn't catch on fire this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see it in Christina's face every time how nervous she is.
Stressful watching him, knowing that I can't do anything about it.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, right? You you're watching the outcome. You have no control.
Mhm.
You're just gotta sit there and hope for the best. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like watching someone go into a fight or something,
Yeah.
Same sort of thing,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You get his ass kicked. How's he gonna do? Is he gonna
Yeah.
do good? You're terrible. And then,
Yep.
and then someone does terrible, and you're like, ah, damn it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Know that feeling. Been that too much.
Yeah.
All right. Should we get into the reviews?
Some stuff. Yeah.
The
I'm
what
grabbing
the hell
another-
happened?
I'm grabbing
over the
another
weekend?
mango cart first.
Oh, mango carton. All right.
Yeah.
Well, grab me something. I guess I'm getting. I'm
he's
midway.
got it. He's got it. And I got to pee eventually, but not quite yet.
All right. Well, this would be a good segue to pee.
You know what? You're right. I'll be right back.
He's gonna be back.
Yeah. Sing a song for us.
Sing a song, sing along. I don't know how to sing.
Sing the song of my people.
What's your people?
I don't know.
Drift wizard people?
Yeah, what's your
Wizard people. Don't know what to sing about wizard people. You just gotta wonder if what does he do with this at night? Right?
start talking?
All right, guys, we've got a special guest in the episode right now. We have got the Drift Wizard. What's up, buddy? How are we doing right there? Exactly, right? So this dude's been killing it at IG. I don't know where Andy Haley went. He's gone, but Drift Wizard's here. He's a little bit shorter today. He's looking all right. So you've really popped into the scene and been killing it. Like your videos. Awesome. Yeah. Whatever he said. It's like sometimes I'm not sure if it's English, if it's Spanglish, some kind of grizzly bear speaking, like a little elf. I don't know. If you guys got any questions for the Drift Wizard, I'm sure he would like to know. I'm sure the Drift Wizard would like to know.
He's back.
And like to answer any of your funny questions. All right, we're taking a break.
Almost like a talking hamburger.
Yeah. Yeah, you can do something with that.
That's good. That is a good idea there.
All right, Andy's back. Drift Wizard took your place for a few minutes. Yeah. Don't know where you went. You just disappeared. Oh, you took Rex?
Yeah, I
got Rex back here.
Yeah. I got a thing for T-Rexes.
Mm-hmm.
There's one on my seats. I don't know if you saw that.
I did not.
There's a T-Rex on my
The
seat.
T-Rex on your seat?
Yeah,
Okay.
on the seats.
Rad.
NRG hooked it up.
Sweet.
Yeah. Huh?
Does your...
Oh, yeah. He was the first one to see it. I sent a picture to Cerrone before anybody knew. As soon as I got the picture. You know Cerrone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's obsessed with Jurassic Park.
Oh, yeah?
Like, legit obsessed.
I mean...
Yeah. Every airplane he gets on, if it's not on the TV, he just photoshops it on the seat in front of him. Like,
Okay, that's some serious obsession. I mean, I love,
yesterday
dinosaurs as much as the next guy. So, like,
or
who doesn't like... If you're a dude and you don't like dinosaurs, what's wrong with you?
Well, yesterday or the day before was the 30th anniversary of Jurassic Park.
Oh,
too.
damn. Well,
Yeah,
I didn't know
so
that.
I saw it
I'm
on
not
the
obsessed. I
stories.
just like...
Yeah.
Dinosaurs are cool. I like all kinds of stupid shit, though.
Yeah.
Ninja Turtles. Transformers.
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs. Anything that,
Okay,
when you're
what
a
do we
kid-
have here? What is this? Is this
All right, what are we doing now? You're back. We are reviewing Atlanta because we haven't filmed any of this yet.
Oh, God.
What is this? Knockout qualifying for Mr. Andy Haley.
Let's turn it down up here.
You turn it down? We don't want to hear...
Well, not that one.
We got the Drift Wizard up. Yeah.
Oh,
We're
God.
talking about you.
They are.
The Drift Wizard's up.
They are.
Oh yeah, dude. Andy's
Mr. Matt Sopa, the new announcer for Prospec.
I think I'm gonna go home.
Andy, you were just saying how he's killing it.
He looks like.
He is?
He looks
Yes.
like
Matt Sopa.
Yeah.
The epitome of Forrest Gump. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go home now. I'm tired.
Short for words.
What?
Short for words.
Well, we got the
All right, what do we
qualifying.
got?
Qualifying.
Andy
Let's
Haley
go.
Coming down the hill. Andy
So,
Haley.
two
Second inner clip. Kind of went for that straight line
Yeah.
entry. That's
Little-
good.
Little step initiation there.
Slow to rotation there. Light on the angle. Coming in good right there.
Yes.
Good angle. Left that zone early.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and missed it.
I had a bobble there that was weird.
Yeah?
The front of the car was doing some funny stuff
You
that
didn't wanna-
that's why I'm switching to those 12K
You don't
springs.
like that inner clip at all. Did you know it was there?
Oh, no, I hit that almost every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finishes third overall last year. Again, we've seen
But,
Andy from,
yeah, the
you know,
front's doing
30,
some
which
funny
is
stuff.
30 feels like what was comfortable. Just makes
I wanna
it
see if
so
they have
smooth.
an angle
Just
of
the
it.
zone one just- it doesn't have
So
the
when
nose
I'm like
angle there
off
until it
throttle,
hits it.
I
It
feel
looks-
like
just makes it look so smooth and textbook.
it's almost like understeering while it's at angle, kind of. You know, like I'm losing front grip. As I throw big angle up into the keyhole there. See if we get an angle of it here where you can kind of see the front dip. And I think it's like when I'm getting off throttle, the front's dropping too much, and it's so. Is this gonna go frame by frame? No,
I
that's-
feel like
it's
your
gonna go
car
to
is
5 seconds.
slammed, but you told me it's not. It's just a
No,
kit.
it's not. We actually went up an inch before.
But looking
Atlanta
at it right
too.
there, like your body kit, that thing looks like a slam.
Coming in, you don't see the rear tire.
So like right there, it's all right, and then it almost feels like the grip falls off.
I think
You
that
know,
also
there.
attributed to become a little wide here.
And it was doing that a bunch.
Middle of the course on the turn
Pop, 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 pop.
factor.
Yep.
And just
Let's
a couple of boxes that he ticked there that made it.
And I could probably
Were
show
you
you
feeling
better
pretty confident going into it?
with some of the video. Yeah, no, it felt like a good lap, other than this right here, other than the sort of weird hiccup.
But I think that also attributed
Yeah, I mean, you were
to
over
the
rotated
wide
and left the
here.
zone early. Figured you would have nailed that clip, but you ended up,
That's a contender there.
maybe overcorrecting. Maybe you thought you were kind of
feel like it
spinning,
may
it
have
looks
just-
like, and then you just drove outward too
It
much.
may have been just a shitty correction, because it almost like if I would have stayed on throttle and just like
Yeah.
kept the angle right there, but
Uh-huh.
again, I didn't fill the zone though very well.
Yeah, overshot you.
But
Yeah,
I think that also
it wasn't the
attributed
best
to
lap.
become a little
I mean,
wide
it still
here.
put us in fourth,
Middle
but
of the course on this turn here.
I felt like I had a better lap in me for sure.
That put you in fourth?
Yeah.
What was your points? Let's see.
I forget, to be
Let's
honest.
see, let's see, let's see.
83.
83.
Look at that. They should have put a cone.
They're just laughing at me.
Yeah.
They've spent the whole time just laughing at
Yeah,
me.
Drift Wizard, now this Gangster's
Calling
Paradise,
me
Amish
Forrest
guy
Gump,
up there, Forrest
all
Gump.
this.
Yep. All right, let's see. I think we got my qualifying run now.
Yep.
Let's observe that. Oh, how many? Wait. How many X Factor points did you get?
Oh,
Can I,
that's a
can
good
I go
question.
back to?
Here.
Oh, I messed it up so bad. Wait,
No,
I think I
you're
can go
good.
back a few times.
Yeah, you're good.
3.33. I'm sure that's exactly what I got. I think everyone round 1 and 2 for pro was getting 3s.
Except for
And then a lot of us just moaned and groaned and bitched and complained. And then when we got to Orlando, they're like, all right, these guys are complaining too much. We'll just give them 5s. And then most of us got 5s. So
there's
moaning and groaning too much.
qualifying lap.
Here we go.
Amanda Sorensen's over in Scotland.
And I felt definitely pretty dialed.
We'll let the fans decide who did it better.
I felt pretty dialed for this. I got Matt Sopa giving me the hands up.
Jeff Jones
Fist bump.
putting it down from Southern California. Sun Valley, the Evil Auto
I
Works,
was
Big
trying to
Drift
chuck it
Energy,
in hard,
Prisma
but I wasn't
Labs,
giving it
Nissan
that, like,
370Z.
Big
Big angle there from Jeff Jones. Got that supercharged LS, nice job. Evil Auto Works teaming up with him for a couple years now.
You know that feeling of
Hey, you know that feeling you get when you go to wash your dishes,
Damn it, Brian.
and all of a sudden,
We're supposed to get an ad blocker. It's his job. He's the IT guy.
oh my God!
It's totally his job. But hey, man, you know it's a free ad for
Listen, you
for
gotta
Cascade.
pre-wash your dishes.
Whether you're breaking a sweat,
Now Steven's gonna tell
Or
us that we
breaking
need
the
an
laws
ad
of
blocker
gravity.
again.
I don't know if I've ever had it
Dialing it
before. There we go.
Man, look at that. That smoke machine just dropped it so hard. I mean, look
that
at
was
the
nice.
cloud of smoke coming out back. Showing you the wheel speed that Jones has got. Just
I'm not
the
trying to bring my
progression of
angle
Jeff
until
Jones.
the
You gotta
final
love it.
corner,
He's having
but I
a,
like
he's
how
having
you
a heck
brought
of a
angle
time.
there.
Him and his wife and his just the
I
whole
was
team,
freaking hammered down in
got to
fourth.
see
Like,
the
I click
debut
fourth
of
and she
his
stays in
liver
fourth the whole
field.
time.
And just his energy
Letting her
really
eat.
it's infectious.
Well, he gave us a very historical moment with his first podium
Small
last
bubble
year
on
at
her shoe.
Irwindale to end things off. I think
Up the
he
hill
does
felt
owe
good.
us a shoey,
Honestly, I feel like my only real mistake was right here. I totally missed inner clip too. You know, but I mean, I missed it by a hash mark. You know, but like, look at the rest of
But
this.
you also you did like a brake thing right there.
I did do a break thing, but I got the entire zone. I was one
Yeah,
of
you
like
did. You
5
were-
to get the
yeah.
entire zone.
Yeah.
Which in history, getting the entire zone was like a big thing because it's so hard to do.
But did they award you for that?
I think I got dinged for that. Yeah.
Because it caused you to go wide? You think the zone was just too long?
Oh, I talked to the judges afterwards. They totally said it was too long. Everyone said it was too long. But I focused on completing it, and I watched everyone. If you get the zone appropriately, it messes you up like
Yeah,
this.
it does. Yeah,
Yeah.
you went for the zone perfect, and yeah, it screwed you over.
Yeah, and I watched people after me get way higher points that totally
Unless you
gave up the
exited
zone
the
and
zone
got
at like 90 degrees somehow.
Exactly.
Like,
And all right, so like Matt Field handbraked in the zone. And there's a
Yeah.
few guys who handbraked in the zone,
yeah.
and I was thinking that no one should be handbraking
Yeah.
in a non-decel zone in that area.
Yeah.
And so it didn't work out very well for me. What do you got? Where's my points here? Did you show the points? Points.
Points.
82.6.
I got you beat, bro.
You got me
I got
beat.
you beat.
Now, arguably, who had the better run there?
I don't know. I had more angle coming into here, but you didn't have like my bobble was super noticeable where yours wasn't, and I'd say we had similar entries because we both did like a kind of little wiggle. Transitions were good. Up the hills was good.
I think
I liked your final section better because you brought more angle
I feel
to
like
it.
to the naked eye, I feel like I had a much more aggressive run with all the smoke,
Especially
and the
after
loudness.
the keyhole. It was much more aggressive than mine.
I think if
Yeah.
you take away the smoke, then it's like when you can really evaluate the two runs.
Yeah.
You know, the smoke kind of gives it that. You would think the X factor, but I still only got a 3.3. Right. Oh, sunglass battle. Yeah,
Damn it, he's got cooler sunglasses than me.
Chestnut.
Yeah, there you go.
Who is Chestnut?
He is he builds cars, I believe, for like Josh Love and those guys, I believe.
yeah?
All right, we got
think.
the wizard here. I don't
Pretty
know if
sure.
you've seen him yet. Oh, Andy Haley.
Don't call me
Chestnut.
out on that, but okay.
Excited to see this battle. Andy Haley qualifying fourth. He's
feel like you should have took the Drift Wizard cone to the photo.
I should
He's
have.
been doing
Maybe I
really
wouldn't have
well.
lost
And if
this
you remember
battle.
last
Send him a
year,
new
he
one.
won that first round.
He had a
and
perfect round in
He had a
Orlando.
perfect round. Yeah, and it was.
Yeah, this
you know,
one's not so
rightfully
perfect,
so,
boys.
just seeing different glimmers
Yeah.
of this
Yeah, my head
vehicle.
was in the right
This
spot
vehicle
either
is
Was it
way
not?
with this event. No.
That's a huge thing, trying to get your head in the right
Well,
spot.
Gonzo was all fucked up, and I was getting text about him peeing himself in the trailer and stuff like that while he's down there. I was the only one who could physically get him up to move, you know, and it was just it's a hell of a weekend.
All right, second cone. This is looking good. He's way back there.
Came in too
You
hot.
Floated out.
I came in way too
Floated
hot.
out. Yeah, was it
But,
back?
but I pulled it off. No, I just tried to go too hot.
Here we
Same
go.
thing
We're
here.
looking good until now.
Too hot.
And I remember standing right there watching you going, no.
Too hot. Too hot.
He's on fire behind you.
And it was kind of like, I felt like the mistake started. Oh, that's volume. I felt like that mistake started way back here.
Yeah, you floated out.
Yeah.
Very far. You were at least
Normally,
5 feet off your mark.
Normally, I should be mid-track right
Yeah,
there transitioning.
yeah,
So
yeah.
now I'm already going
But you
uphill.
saved it.
So right here, my speed is lower than what I would normally be at,
Uh-huh.
right? So
Yeah.
now I'm throttling up the hill, trying to get back to like my baseline speed at which I feel like I should be going.
Sure, so
and
you're
then,
less angle then, maybe?
And then it's too late.
Ah, you chuck it real nice, man. Like, it looked good.
That's what I was doing all weekend, but I
all
wasn't
right,
being able to.
Compared to earlier, look at this. You didn't get the amount of angle you had earlier. Like, if the car doesn't continue to rotate like it did in your qualifying run,
No.
it just stayed flat
Yeah.
and floated out instead of rotating around.
Mm-hmm.
Was there a handbrake you forgot to hit or a
No,
left foot braking?
no, I was all just throttling over right
Yeah.
there. But also I think like because I ran my like low side bite setup, which was like what we ran at Atlanta, or not, we ran at Orlando last year, and I felt like that was good if I didn't push it to 10 tenths.
What's a low
you know?
side bite setup for you in your car? What do you do differently?
I was just able to come up the hill with like more gangster angle. Like I was almost straight lining up the hill.
But for the kids out there listening,
Oh, I just took the spacers off.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Rear spacers.
rear
off.
spacers giving
Yeah.
you more side bite.
Mhm.
All
Yeah.
right, all right.
The more I space it out, yeah.
Okay.
So.
So this is more digged forward,
Yeah,
less
and less
side, bite
side,
grip?
yeah, which is great if you want it to float out into the zone and you want to come up that hill with like a lot of angle, you know. So it was working, I think, when I was pushing 9 tenths, and then I pushed 10 tenths, and I'm like, as soon as I throw that big angle, I don't have the side bite to save me, so to speak.
And
you
then,
know?
was there a track temp difference between qualifying and then this
Not
run, or
much,
the last
no,
run?
not much. It led pretty much into it. Yeah, we were like,
So you were nice and consistent. You just
I just fucked up.
just didn't.
Just fucked
Dad,
up,
don't
dude.
you hate
I just
that?
fucked up, dude.
You're like, I'm doing so good.
But
and
also,
then,
like,
yeah.
I didn't do what like last year. I did the same thing with Dustin Miles, where like I was like, I got it one more time with him, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna push it a little bit harder, and I fucked up. Like I went off track. I shouldn't have done that. Like I just need to like get in my head, like just do your qualifying lap. We qualified 4th. If I would have just done that 4th place qualifying lap,
Yep.
I would have been fine.
Definitely.
And that
Because Chestnut back there is,
that-
is cracking nuts and
that-
is not doing it as
that
as-
4th place lap was me taking it easy. That was 8 to 9 tenths, you know, 7. I'd say 7 to 8 tenths more like on the level of how far I'm pushing it. And this is top 32, dude. I don't need to do it.
Yeah.
Maybe that in top, like if I got a one more time for the finals, yes, push 10 tenths by all means. But right here, that was just a dumb idea for me to
Yeah.
push 10 tenths, and I did, and I bit the bullet.
I would say with maybe the guys you're going against in top 32, guys I'm going against in top 32, it doesn't matter. There's not
yeah.
a time where you're not
Pro
freaking
one's a little-
full
pro one's
freaking
different.
tilt.
But in this situation, I could have done a safe lap and been fine, and I didn't because I'm stupid.
All right, let's see what happened because I feel like you could still win this.
Yeah,
I feel like you were 2 tires off, right? Or were you 3?
yeah, and like there
Were
was
you zeroed?
Yeah, I zeroed. That was 3. Yeah.
Okay. So, you were fully
Yeah.
3 off. Okay.
But he also made a mistake in front, but I also I felt like I independently went off behind him. A lot of my guys.
So let's see. Let's count the tires.
Oh no, it's definitely
Definitely. Yep, that left front.
Yep, just
Yep.
barely.
Boned by half a foot, maybe a foot.
Yep, 6 inches to
Yep.
a foot. Yep.
Damn, he's got some fire going on back there.
Yeah, he.
Is he like misfiring? Is he
No,
an
I
injector?
don't know what happened. To be honest with his stuff, they watched
He's
that one
freaking
closely,
lit up. Yeah, they're checking him out.
and then it took a while because he was on fire. So we gotta go to here. Oh no. It's gonna be
We got
oh,
another
God
ad.
Damn it.
We're just gonna lean back now. We got ads.
Why don't you pay for the ad blockers?
Someone needs to pay for the ad blockers.
They're free.
We're chilling. That's not you. That looks like him.
No. Our battle got delayed there.
Because he's on fire.
Yeah.
I'm on fire.
Q2 runs.
No.
Okay. Very unfortunate restart because the
These guys.
did, but one more time. Excellent.
When are we going?
Photographer Larry Chen.
I mean, if you ever catch on fire,
Oh, there it
you
is.
got to pull a Ricky Bobby.
Having some Talia
Just run
fall
around.
into that initiation.
So
back
this
it
is
up, back it up. Let's see the whole thing.
This is the whole. I mean, this is the incident.
There's a lot of wobbling going on there.
And there goes Haley again.
Man, you went 4 tires off that time.
So the argument was, I felt like I made an independent mistake behind him. Like, from my perspective, I went flying off track. I couldn't see shit. And then as I trying to come back on track, I see him backwards in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
So, and like a couple of my crew guys were saying that like I basically followed him off track but I went off track like that direction. He went off track like this. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think it
So
was
you're
debatable.
admittedly saying that you went off.
Yeah. No, I from my perspective, I made a huge mistake and I felt like I went off. And then I'm just saying some of my crew guys felt like he led me off.
Yeah. Well, you're driving.
I don't really think I felt like I made a pretty independent mistake there. But
Shimming their way from the zone 1 to 2.
and like I'm going wide. Like
Yeah.
he's,
No, it looks like you're.
you know. But what's weird is like he didn't go off with momentum. He throttled himself off. You know.
Yeah. Kind of looks like that.
Because like he's got it right there, and then all of a sudden like he could just get off throttle and not.
And there goes Haley again.
Yeah. Like he could have saved it and only been 2 tires off.
And I just don't know how he. Yeah, I don't know. He just matted the throttle right there and played, I guess, and prayed, I guess. Because I went like 3 tires off and I didn't spin or anything. You know, you just gotta like know, gotta have that rally sense.
He went full beans.
You gotta have that rally sense, you know.
He went full beans.
This is my grandfather and uncle used to do dirt track racing, so you know.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say
where
they
I
went
get
full
it.
beans.
They maybe they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the beans.
Yeah.
All right,
So
well, that didn't go well.
No. So that was the end of that, and they gave it to Chestnut, and I went and took care of my dog, and that was the end of Atlanta for me. Until the next day, where I watched you.
Yeah, and then so I go the next. So Atlanta, they got this new schedule where Friday we don't do anything as pros. We're just watching Pro Spec, which is okay. But
Speaking of Prospect.
oh, do you want to watch this?
Yeah, watch the Prospect.
Okay. Yeah, it kind
final.
of sucks to just sit around on Friday because then you lose all your heat.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Don't know if I enjoy it. I mean, it's nice to have a day off, but not really. If you're out there, you just want to put in some work.
Yeah. Yeah.
So here's Mr. Rudy Henson
Yep.
versus Ben Hobson, who are both just freaking killing. Like Ben Hobson hopped in this freaking car.
Yeah.
Both of his cars are just on fire.
I thought he was going to take it for sure, and then Rudy just consistency, man.
Yeah.
Rudy's just consistent.
Rudy's been doing a lot of driving.
Yep.
You know, he's
Yep.
one of the better hot pit drivers who's freaking
Yep.
just putting in work.
Yep.
Although his wife kicked his ass the last one. Yeah.
She did?
Shelly beat him.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, in top 32.
Wow.
Totally destroyed his points. Yeah.
What a jerk.
So good on her.
Yeah.
We were actually sitting with her watching
That's
this.
fun.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So fun. So technically, you know, Rudy wins this, but she beat him. So she's technically better than everyone here. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
At the moment,
Yeah.
until proven otherwise.
Yeah.
So Ben Hobson got some good angle.
Some bragging rights in that household.
I think Rudy's kind of throwing too much angle back there. Catching back up.
Yeah.
Missing the zone.
He's just playing it safe.
Yeah.
I feel like he's not trying. I mean, Hobson is fast for sure.
No, Hobson's fast, man. Odie's cars are always so freaking fast.
Yeah. But Rudy's there, man. He's not getting left. He just kept like a comfortable distance the whole time, you know?
Yeah. Even more smoke lingers, like the
Oh,
cranberries.
damn you, volume.
Looking all the way up for the
There we
battle.
go.
But I'll see you up
Yeah,
there
Rudy in the
on
lead.
the start line for tomorrow. Let's send it. Hansen and Hobson.
You see the
Hansen
new
leading
lights that Formula D added.
that Mass Motorsports.
Kind of dancing a little bit. I don't think Rudy's lights are working completely.
V8 Hobson in tow. Hansen transitions past that touch and go. Hansen into the
Yeah,
outside
Ben's
zone.
lights aren't working either.
Look at that. Hobson gets right to the side of him.
Rudy's got a solid lead there, man.
Yeah, Rudy's
That
got a
is
solid lead,
solid.
but Ben's right there on his ass until now.
Yeah, yeah. Then it fell off at the end. It's hard not to fall off at the end of the track like
It
that.
really is. No,
Yeah.
it's
a very difficult
it's
track.
almost one or
to-
the other, where you catch them in the beginning or you catch them at the end.
Yeah.
Just because of you have to do inner clip 2 so perfectly
Yeah.
to be able to be on their ass and then catch them again.
Yeah.
It's got really well planned out. It's because if you get greedy and you stay on their ass too long, you can't transition and get back on their door. Very hard to do. Look, he's right there with it, but see, he stayed on too long.
Yep.
So he transitioned late. He got on him.
Yep.
Or got
Yeah,
on.
you're totally
late,
right.
Yeah. Had he given it up like 4 feet
Look
earlier.
where he is right there.
Like, get off
he's in
now.
Yeah, he's in a really bad spot right now.
Yep. Did he take out the clip probably too? Takes out the clip.
No,
he
he didn't.
Past the clip.
Yeah. But still, it's just a bad spot. And it's like the lead driver sometimes won't screw you right there, but you can't guarantee that you're not. And look where Rudy's switching back, how close he is to the edge of the track on the right here. Like, Ben has no choice. Like, his proper line is through the grass right now.
Yes.
Essentially. Like, if he wants to kind of cut around him and then dive back in and not lose proximity, like...
He turns up the wick. See you later, Hobson.
Yep. And he's got to brake a little bit right there. He's got to slow the car down.
It's just like road racing. The first car out of the apex, out of a hairpin, you know, they're going to accelerate away because you still got to wait till you can pick up throttle.
Okay. Next.
Next.
Well, good job to those boys. They fucking kicked ass, man. Hobson had a great weekend.
Call, though,
Rudy had a great
one.
weekend.
I wasn't sure who was going to win that one. That would have been a tough call.
Yeah, and that was the OMT too. Yeah. So what is this? Are we going to watch Vaughn's qualifying?
Yeah. Let's watch Mr. Number 1 qualifier. We should have watched
this
him
guy.
all
Just
amongst
comes
us.
out and just ruins the whole points for everybody.
Right?
I love Vaughn.
my God.
I love him so much. And the fact that he drove the car so hard, like he drove it more aggressively hard than I think I've ever seen him drive it.
Yeah.
Because I think he just didn't care.
Yeah, no caring.
Like if you watch the in-car of him, like he's just flat. He's full flat from the start line. Just
Gangster angle, rotation super quick.
Nice job coming up that hill. Look at that.
Front wheels are
Makes
moving
it
a
look
little
really
bit, but not
easy.
much.
Wow,
man.
that squat right there. Look at that Nitto tire.
Picked up
just
most of the
grip.
most of the
And
outer
again,
zone.
Pro spec
Got
to
that inner
pro, you
clip.
got to think, with it being a spec class and pro spec, now you got more tire.
Freaking
You
flat
got
off through his
more
own
tire, you got a
smoke.
lot
He's already
more.
making his own
Just
deter.
overall
My run was
in
way
general,
better.
but Vaughn
that was
didn't
gnarly
skip
run.
a beat. Welcome back,
Gnarly
Vaughn
freaking
Gittin
run.
Jr.
No, that
Making
was
a
intense,
statement?
man.
Yeah.
Is that what's going on there?
Yeah.
Like the run-up is
And
what.
he was the first one to go.
Yeah.
So he ruined everyone.
Yeah, he was. Huh?
He ruined everyone.
That's messed up. He got up in all y'all's head.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, you never know, because even as a judge myself, like,
Yeah.
you know, and you judge, sometimes when you judge the first run, you're like, all right, do I leave points on the board?
That's a
you're
weird
trying
one.
to add up the math on what
That's
it
a
is.
very weird one.
You always try to, like, judge an hour or two beforehand so you can get your pace ready of how you're going to judge everyone. And so he comes out and just blows everyone out of the water.
We need an AI program for judging drifting.
I honestly wonder if he's the very first person to ever be the first one up and stay number 1. Now that might be. No, maybe. I wonder if the first person up has ever been the number 1. I wonder how many times that's happened.
Well, I mean, you're talking if it wasn't reverse order, right? Obviously.
No, not necessarily.
Because, I mean, if you had your previous...
All the best up
Say
first.
you go up to Long Beach and it's the previous champion goes first.
Yeah,
if
yeah,
Osbo
yeah.
first at Long Beach is a good chance.
I just
you know?
wonder how many times that's happened where the first guy.
It's probably never
stayed
happened
in
where
first place
he's
the entire time.
he's the lowest in points. So
Yeah, he's the
that's
lowest in points.
probably never happened. The fact that
Yeah.
the guy who is the lowest in points going into the second round qualifies first, and he's the first car out on the
Hey
track.
man, I'm shitting on all y'all.
Yeah, no,
And then
he
left.
just yeah, and he's just peace.
Hey, here, Adam. Here's the keys.
Drops the mic and just walks
Yeah.
off, dude.
You
Just
gotta feel bad for Adam
wild.
because like, here's the keys,
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I came in, got a perfect event. Hey, the car works. I checked it. It's good.
You know what? I'd be happy to know that like the car rips though. That's that part I would be happy about. I'd be like,
Man.
well, the car works really well.
Yeah.
I just need to drive it better.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I can stop making changes now. Still the 33s, 0.3s. If you're in Ireland,
He got a 7 on X Factor. How's
if
that
they
not
had
a 10?
an Irish announcer, it'd be a 33.3.
33.
And it'd be
Nice.
very difficult to listen to this whole time with all those 33s.
How did he get a freaking 7 on X Factor? Like, what are these guys looking for? That man, there is something that they are looking for. They're holding it in their pocket deep.
His well,
Wait, Big
hold
Kyle.
on, hold on. I want to go back and look at the X Factor for that real quick because
7.
there was points where he could have been more aggressive. I do believe.
Yeah.
Like his initiation was.
Let's watch the first like actual run, not the replay. They play this a little bit slower. I feel like.
Oh, okay.
I feel like they'd slow that down like 10% for some reason. Here we go. We got the arm. Mass Opus throwing the freaking Vaughn
Okay,
Jr.
so his initiation,
jamming hard.
it's jamming down, but it's like not
tossed.
But it could be more.
I think
it could have been more.
I think he could have added a flick,
and he could have been tighter to the front
rotate
to the front clip.
But look at that thing. Like,
oh yeah, like
his car pops hard on.
It does, but it's not like
my car does
it's
not
90.
Can you go back one more? I want to see. Look how fast his car pops on handbrake. I have to throw all kinds of like momentum to get mine to do that.
Mm-hmm. But it's not quite 90. I mean, it is 90. But I mean, watching Chelsea like do
it
his
depends
backy,
on the perspective, because right now this is more than
that's
90.
true. Yeah.
Look at that. Look
He's
at that.
pretty
on
on
the
it. He's
clip,
pretty
man.
on it,
on
man.
throttle. Was there ever like a?
Could be closer though.
Well, right there, you're not supposed to be in there.
Yeah, whatever.
That's a mid-track section.
Yeah, this section is where I thought he took it a little timid.
Hammered
because
down.
because I take this section and I literally just throttle down and throw big angle, and you can do that, but he doesn't. Like he holds his angle, he doesn't throw huge angle
Left foot
right
braking,
here.
still on throttle. Never even came off throttle.
Yeah.
Never came off throttle.
No.
Maybe for a blip.
No. Be nice to see his TPS data for this run.
Right? Oh, I bet you he's got a foot cam.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I could see that being a 9 on X Factor for me.
I would want to see more, something that would like scare me a little bit. Like, oh shit, he's gonna go off track, or oh shit, he's gonna, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, is that oh shit and he like nailed it perfectly, or is that like oh shit, he saved it, so he gets a?
I don't know.
Is X Factor now that like, oh, he made a mistake and saved it?
What is X Factor?
I don't fucking know.
I don't know either.
Because you're not supposed to do backies.
No.
So I feel like he did a damn near perfect run. You know, there's bobbles and whatnot, but
there wasn't really much bobbles. I just felt like he could have pushed it a little bit harder in certain sections. Like the entry could have gone a little bit harder on, right? And going up into the keyhole.
I think he could have made it look like he was going harder. Right, the way some people like throw, like how I usually do.
Yeah,
you
I see
throw the flick.
Yeah,
but I think he achieved the amount of angle needed and got on throttle early.
Mm-hmm.
Like his rate to angle and then where he got on throttle well before the clip.
Mm-hmm.
I think all that was pretty freaking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to say. I don't know. I'm a 9 on X Factor on this one.
9.
He did all the.
You got a 7?
Yeah, he got a 7.
Okay.
So that means that all of them either agreed on a 7, or someone was like an 8 and someone was like a 6, and they went with a medium 7.
Yeah. I'm in agreement with somewhere between an 8 and 7 and 8, I'd say. I want to leave 2 on the table for some shit.
What would if he had really done for a 10?
I don't know, because Turret got a 10 in.
No, he got an 8, didn't he?
Turret?
Long Beach?
I thought he got a 10.
Maybe a 9. I think he got an 8 or 9.
I thought
Well,
it was a full 10.
So in that aspect, there was walls.
Yeah.
And he put it within like an inch or 2 of all the walls.
Yeah.
So you had that like fear factor of where he put it on the wall, right next to the wall. In this, you don't have any walls. So all you can really base it on is momentum, chucking it in.
Yeah.
How much like on throttle, off throttle he's got. Is this car screaming? And Vaughn, since day one, has been good at like clutching in instead of coming off throttle, or like doing like a mid clutch thing. I feel like he's probably got a switch that keeps his car at like 5,000 RPM before he goes down the hill, right? And so no matter what he does, it never goes below 5,000 RPM.
Yeah.
So it always sounds aggressive. And I think that's one of the things that he does really well. Because I've noticed when I watch my qualifying runs, you can hear my throttle drop so much. And that's one of the things I try to, in my head, try to think to not do. And I forget to not do it.
Yeah.
Vaughn's always been really good at like, you can listen to him. Watch if you watch him qualify from now on or go back to some old runs, you'll hear him clutch in and like throttling for no reason, you know, where you know he's got enough power he can just
hear
lift.
Them throttling while they're on e-brake. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So he's just good at that. You know?
Yeah.
He's got the mindset to keep the noise going, keep it rowdy.
Yep.
Keep her rowdy.
Next.
What
do we got? Oh, we got Jeff Jones.
All right.
And his nemesis, Simon Olsen.
Olsen's kicked my ass
on 370Z,
2
Simon
times now.
Olsen.
I think before this battle.
This is your redemption, sir.
So I think I qualified. What did I qualify? 13th?
Who's got those bright red pants? What was that?
That was a Lorette.
Oh, it was.
Yeah. Do you think it was some dude walking around the back there?
No, I don't know. I just saw
Corey
bright red
Hossford?
pants. I think you should wear bright red pants with your bright red car.
I'm down. I don't know what skin tights. See, I tried to throw the flick with my car, even with the hard flick, didn't chuck it, you know?
Yeah.
Vaughn's car goes a crazy angle.
Yep.
Don't even know.
And an LS chassis. Both these guys running LS.
And I think I'm gripped up to the moon as much as my car will go. Look at him. He gets in there.
Oh, he got
in there.
Yep.
Dude, I got to give it up to Simon. He is doing so good in this new car. Like, you watch him in the Supra.
Yeah.
You're like,
Completely different
in
story.
this car, like, damn.
Odie knows how to set him up, man.
Oh, he's got a freaking car, dude.
Next to Jones, and that put him in a really tight spot when that inside clip was coming up. But let's start.
Yeah, I tried to hit all my marks, you know.
Looking at the initiation, you can
Inner
see
clip good.
right there.
Up the hill, freaking floored on throttle. Don't have as much angle as I'd like through this section, but I'm hitting that whole zone right there. I made me mindful of getting that. You see how I was mindful of it? You see a little, kind of a bobble correction. So I was trying to be mindful to make sure I get that. I get this mark.
I think that's what checked him up,
and
too.
I get that mark. Yeah.
Because you were really smooth until that point. You're like, I gotta not be smooth for a second.
I gotta
so I can
get
to the
this
clip.
freaking
Yeah.
mark.
Yeah.
Now, if we watch my top 16, you'll see that I did not hit all my marks the way that I should have, and that would have changed things. Because when you flip the script right now, I just did a lead run.
Yeah.
I'm sitting on like best 30% tire left.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
My tires are sitting there roasted, smoked.
You had troubles with tires here?
Oh yeah. You know in Atlanta, it seems almost better to.
We got actually pretty good laps out of our tires.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were doing okay.
We were trying to be very minimal in the burnout box, but if you're minimal in the burnout box, then your tires aren't to heat.
Yeah.
You know, so you got to be mindful of, like, all right, if I go down the hill.
Westies has actually been talking to me about that too, because they did a lot of tire temp data with Literal's car and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much by the time you do your burnouts and you get to the line, your tires are back to the baseline temperature that you started before you did burnouts.
Sure.
Like straight up.
No, not the base.
Base.
Can't be the base.
I'm not. You want me to call them again?
No.
No, like they did this research, and it's like the only real reason why you're doing the burnouts is to get the marbles off the tires.
Oh, well, not the marbles, the mold release.
Well, the mold release with a brand new tire,
Mm-hmm.
but on your second lap, you want to do a little burnout and just get the marbles off or whatever.
I don't ever really do something on my second lap.
Well,
I'm
I mean,
always so concerned about saving every little ounce of.
So even for practice, when you've waited in line for 15 minutes for your second
Oh no, I'll do a
lap,
burnout for that to warm them back up.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: you don't need to warm back up though. All you need to do is just literally scrub the shit off.
Oh, you're also warming your mind up.
This is true.
A little bit of balance.
This is very true because after you huck that first donut, you're like, oh, it's on.
Well,
it's
a calibration with the car, right?
Yeah.
Right. You calibrate your guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Calibrate something.
You
right.
Tune your guitar.
Tune your guitar.
Yes.
Sure. But you're calibrating you with.
You calibrate microphones.
Where your hands go.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It's a.
You're getting in sync with your instrument.
It's swinging the bat before you take the.
There you go.
pitch,
Swinging your bat. Yeah.
You know.
Let me feel how much this weighs.
Mm-hmm.
What's the swing on this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Try to go hit a baseball bat or a freaking golf ball without taking a swing. I dare you.
I'll do it.
No.
Hole in one.
He'll throw the bat.
Home run, hole in one.
I guarantee that
I'll
bat
just do
goes
them on the
flying
wrong.
somewhere.
I'll do them on the wrong course. Is the problem?
Oh my god.
I'll be playing baseball and trying to hit balls into the golf holes. So
when I was a kid, I remember trying to hit the 90 mile an hour power. Yeah, totally tongue tied me now. I almost had it. It ruined me. I was so scary. That was so scary.
90 mile per hour fastball.
Yeah.
At the
batting cages.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I remember being like 10 years old. My brother's go do it, go do it. Oh my god! And then I hit it.
Oh shit! You got a lot of angle there.
Yeah, I over-angled, ruined me. So here I am trying to catch up because I over-angled. And so, well, I'll let you watch this run. You know, I'm trying to chase him down. He's moving, man. He's freaking moving. But you know, honestly, I think what saved my ass is just I had a better lead run. Because after I watched this, like I didn't watch it, of course, when I'm there, right?
Yeah.
And I just know I got the win, and I'm like, sweet. I go and watch it after the fact, and I'm like, I don't know, man. I see this as a one more time. You know, if anything, I thought I lost her one more time.
Mm-hmm.
Was
it one more time or?
No, I got the win. I got the win. So basically, they deemed him as trying to get away from me.
Oh.
Because he's hitting all the cones.
Yeah.
Right? He smashes this cone. He smashes the other cone.
Oh, yeah, he does.
I fucking destroyed his front bumper or back bumper, whatever bumper that was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but no, I mean, if you look at it in that perspective, he is jamming, getting away.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to do something funny. Maybe he angled up too much, so I'm trying to chase his ass down. Yeah, he's not feeling out that zone.
It's an interesting line there, actually. I kind of like it.
You like his line?
Well, he
Really wide.
stays wide right there.
And then it allows him to throttle
right through that clip, and then you can then you can come off at the end at 90, like we were talking
Yeah, but he
about.
leaves it early. Is the problem? See?
He does.
Yeah, he left it way early. 'Cause he only got like half of it,
Yeah.
right? And then he's like
Yeah.
low angle through there, and he hits the clip. So I think it's the second half of his run that ruined him.
Yeah, he really jammed through that last section.
Yeah, the
dude.
last
Holy
half.
shit.
Yeah, because that's like low
But
angle
I mean,
compared
like,
to what I had.
what is our job, you know?
Horseshoe, they both drop a tire on that grass.
I mean, it's just the angle right here, because like remember how much angle you had pre-transition right there, and you look at the lack of angle that he has. But I mean, that's also like how I was running it. I was running shallow through this section, and then hucking big angle right there to like save it from flying off the track or whatever. But it doesn't look very good.
No.
After Simon lost it from hitting inside clip number 3. So Jeff had
Yeah, he was jamming fast.
Yeah.
We need to talk to Odie about making our cars faster.
Out the other.
He's got tricks, man.
He's got some tricks up his sleeve, dude. He's got some secret sauce.
All right, moving on. So how did Atlanta feel to you overall?
I was just distracted the entire event.
Yeah.
I just literally, like, once Gonzo injured himself, which was literally the test day before we left, I just wanted to be over, and I wanted to be home, and I wanted to get him back to 100%.
You were ruined.
No, the whole time. And I mean, the whole trip out there, like, I mean, on the way out there, he spent freaking like 10 hours in the truck whining, like, he was in a lot of pain. I got x-rays done in Flagstaff, like, he was fine, but I mean, it was 3 weeks straight of not being able to get up on his own, not being able to drink on. Like, I have to move the water towards him. I have to get him up every time he has to go potty. Like,
It's definitely making it tough on a race weekend. Something you just gotta work
rough.
with your mind to get through.
Yeah, my mind was I just, like, literally when it all ended, I was like, I just want to go home. Like, I just want it to be over, dude. I want to get him home to where I don't have to get him in and out of the truck every single day 3 freaking times, and just let him chill at home and get some rest. Because, like, he's old, dude. He's 12 years old. Like, I wasn't confident of him coming back from that injury, Like, it's the point where, like, I'm watching him not get up, and I'm like, shit, is he ever going to be able to get up on his own again? And fortunately, he's doing all right now. Yeah. He's up, he's moving, he needs a little help here and there, but that's kind of how it was before. But yeah, like, it doesn't put you in a good headspace, when you're just like, my dog is suffering right now because of this, like,
trying to go race, everyone's got some.
And I took a year off because of that, like 2021, I already took a year off for this guy, and it's like, and in like hindsight, like, I probably would have rather just gone home after the test day and just called it,
Yeah, but like, you never know what the outcome.
No,
could be.
you never know.
Might have won the whole goddamn event.
But even then, like, I still would have felt like shit.
Yeah.
I still would have not been in the right headspace.
Random things occur.
Yeah. Like I said, life throws you a curveball every once in a while, and all the shit that you have stacked on top trying to make this all stuff works just gets pushed aside for a little while. You know.
Yeah, I had some random things happen at home. I was telling you about earlier. It's you're back and forth on the phone trying to get through the event, trying to smile.
Yep.
You got a couple thousand fans asking you how you're doing. You're like, I'm doing great.
Yeah, I'm doing fine.
Yeah, I'm doing fine. I don't want to get into the whole story. What's actually happening? Never better. This is great. Well, I mean, I always try to live in the perspective of it. It sucks about Gonzo, but usually anytime he's telling me, like after you've gotten beat in top 32 or not even qualified, someone walks up, how are you doing? I'm like, dude, I'm living my best life.
Yeah.
I'm at FD.
Yep.
We're here. Could be doing something so much worse.
Yep. Yep.
I love every freaking stupid minute of the terrible times that we have.
That's always fun. A beautiful carnival of misfits.
When it's like 3 a.m, you're changing the transmission, and you just want to go eat something. That's like we're doing it the best. I don't know. Can't be mad at it. I'm mad at it at the time,
and that's like
cussing everyone out I can. But god damn it, it's good.
And that's like, it's a weird thing that we do, that we just have to do it. Like, why don't we just give up?
Passion.
Like, why don't we do all this dumb? We're sitting there on the ground at 4 o'clock in the morning, changing a transmission, dirty, tired, got to drive in 2 hours or whatever it is.
I think you said it right. It's passion. It's
gotta be
passion. I feel like they say, the whole like
so how close
find a job that you
how close
love.
is passion to stupidity is my question.
Oh, now that's a whole other podcast. See, that's a Joe Rogan podcast. That's some like neurosurgeon, freaking
like
scientist guy working on brains that wants to tell you.
Because it's like you can be passionate
Oh,
about
yeah, you're totally right.
things that that will make you money or whatever. But I mean, we're not gonna be rich by doing this, Like,
No. But I'm passionate about the happiness that I bring to others.
Yeah.
And so the stupidity, like, I will get this like random Instagram from some person that says I inspire them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, you just made my month.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get this one kid who's like in some third world country who's following us on Instagram. I don't even know how he got a phone or however he's messaging me, but like, damn, cannot beat that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
All the good, worst days. And, I think a lot of people do see a lot of the things that we do and don't see the struggles of the earlier years. But humbled by those struggles made us who we are, and we have some fun with it. So
yeah,
I always tell anyone, you could probably be an FD in 3 years if you really put your mind to it. It's getting harder to do that and to say that, but Rome is someone who's done that.
Yep.
Jonathan Hurst. There's a few guys. Who's the guy we spoke to? Our very first podcast, Thorne.
Oh,
although he maybe had a little bit easier path with all the go karting, but yeah.
Yeah, he's Pro 1 now. Yeah.
Anyways, let's watch me get beat.
Okay.
All right.
Is this it?
Mr. Dylan Hughes, who's been on a tear the last few years.
Yeah, he has.
You
know why he's on a tear?
It seems that
E46.
really a win. They're just throwing caution out there. So just like say that, they go across the nose. Dylan the Dozer Hughes, Royal Purple, GT Radio, BMW.
So I'm chasing first. I should have good tires on this guy, but he is hauling, man. You can see I'm doing better in a chase with him than I am
clear that zone
Simon.
very well.
And that allows Jeff Jones to get close.
And you catch him at the end.
Yeah, he didn't. I wasn't. Oh, goddamn ad block! Let's see, they got a cooler, they got a barbecue.
Steven's gonna complain again.
Where were they? Was that gas thing even real?
I'll tell you what. I'll cut out all the ads except for this one.
Lies.
You're right. I am lying. I'm editing with AI now, dude. I'm trying to take the easy path now.
What pizza is that? Is that a taco pizza?
I don't know, but that looks really good.
Damn, I'm hungry.
Cheesesteak pizza. Hey, we should get some food.
So my proximity wasn't great on him up the hill, so that's why it helped me down the hill.
I think at the first look there, it almost looked like he was about to overshoot inside.
I was trying to make sure I initiated further back, so I tried to stay hard right.
That allows Jones to get up on the inside, but Jones is not
Definitely should have been closer. He was freaking moving, man.
Yeah.
Leaves the zone like 3/4 of the way through. I was too far on the inside, maybe, but able to.
See, he's doing exactly what I should have done. He's running like a pretty safe run. It's just a safe run.
Yep.
But then Dylan gains another car length or so as
It's all he needed to do.
And then I'll break the news to you. I run too fast of a run, and I do similar to what Olsen did, and I don't hit all my marks. So when you watch it, you'll see that I and in the car, I thought I was crushing it. I honestly
You thought you were moving.
thought I was gonna win.
Yeah.
When we got up to the top, I'm like, dude, I crushed it. I think I'm good. But you don't see what he did behind you, so you don't know. And I think he does a great job behind me. I just didn't even hear his car; I only heard mine. So I was like, I crushed it.
He's got them
But
Jay-Z motors.
Up the hill, I missed the zone, which I had not missed, I don't think, all weekend.
I really do like seeing different engines in Formula D now that it's all Jay-Z and LS. I really like Gushi's V6 thing he's got going on. Oh, he is there.
Yeah, right?
Wow.
See, I hit the clip. I always do this at night. Every single year when it gets darker, the track tightens up. See how I missed that zone? See how I missed this zone?
Yeah, he missed it the same, though.
Missing all the zones.
He definitely missed those E2 kind of almost
I am
exactly
booking
the
down
same.
this freaking hill.
I really like the angle you got it because you fucked him up right there.
Yeah,
on
he
that
almost flew off the
switchback.
track.
Yeah, because I dig that angle you throw right there. Yeah, watch that from the next one. Oh, damn you, volume.
Then in clean air.
Yeah, see, I initiated too early. Hit the clip. I've done this every
You're
single
way over
year.
there.
The track
was a big
really
ding.
tightens up in Atlanta.
So they're probably gonna, basically credit that he didn't have proximity in that section because of your mistake. He got lost.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's not your mistake. You just took your line.
Yeah, he didn't get as much.
Dude, that's a blinder of a line, though. If you watch that, like, where is he supposed to go? Right? Because if he goes to the inside of you, he's on the rumbles, like gnarly. If he wants to be on the inside of your smoke line, he's gonna catch rumbles.
I mean, but you watch later on. You watch.
I'm not talking shit on your line at all. I'm just saying, like, this is like the heater of the line that you should be taking if you wanted to blind someone out. Like, yeah, it is. It's where you're supposed to be.
At that point, you're just looking for tail lights, brake lights, whatever you can. Listen for it, go with it.
Because look how far off he is, right?
Yeah, I think his friend washed out on him.
There was no one more time on this?
No. He wins. They watched it a couple times, I think, but
how many tires did he go off right there?
Honestly, I don't think that there's a single view that'll show it. Yeah, I don't think there's a single view that you can see. He may have been 4 tires off. Yeah, he may have lucked out.
Maybe this one.
So he could not get a break there. There were very few.
But either way, I think he had the better run. I honestly hate winning by someone going tires off when they had the better run. That's like the worst way to win.
This is in both of these runs. There's mistakes that are significant, and what's the weightiness of those mistakes when we put it in the hopper for driver 1 versus driver 2?
Right? It's like it's probably 2, maybe 3.
It would have been 3 if he had more angle.
Yeah. Right. It's so hard to tell.
Yeah.
But he had the better of the 2 runs for sure.
Yeah, he had the better chase for sure, and his lead was pretty solid too. Yeah.
It's like I want to tighten the car up more because how fast he was. But then look at the mistakes I made because the car was too tight. One of those balance issues right there.
Yeah.
And I can't blame it on the horsepower. I've got all the things I need. Got
all
the tools.
So, like, how do you make the car tight and drivable?
Still trying to figure that part out. Yeah. But so let's watch the finals between Mr. Junior and the Force. So this is, the battle of the night.
With your help,
the Force.
Bonkin Jr., #1 qualifier. Shoot for
Where's his headlight at, bro?
It is pretty cool to see these guys driving together after like freaking 30 years of driving together.
You never hear him talk about Drift Alliance anymore.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
I don't know if that's still a thing.
No.
I don't even think they run the logos anymore.
I don't think so either.
I think ever since Tony Angelo wasn't a part of it.
They're too corporate now.
Yeah, maybe.
That's the downside of going that corporate, I guess.
Yeah, you think if there'd be like a little sticker somewhere, that'd be cool.
We'll get the lights going for our next round.
But it's like a thing where do they have, is it like a thing where you'd run a team where you'd have joint sponsors and stuff like that? Or is it something where it's just a...
Yeah, it's the friendship. I was going to say, is that a restart or just like cameras going off? Okay, that's a restart.
Speaking of which, you could totally trick them into a restart, I bet. You just sat out there with a flashlight.
Bunch of jerks.
Somebody's going to do that at Atlanta next year. Andy Luck, that's not my fault, I swear. I did not contribute to that.
Oh, my God.
Somebody may trick the restart next year with a flashlight.
It was that guy.
That guy, yeah.
That guy restarted
that guy, him right there, yeah.
The
Drift Wizard's out there somewhere. He makes the live stream somewhere.
Oh, man.
I was in the Team Rowdy setup.
There are all the teams up top. Look at that. You got the
we have a skip button.
Forsberg Racing Team.
Oh, we're good.
Put your lights up. Light up the night. Put your lights up, everybody. No wave right
That's
now.
always the most awesome part of the finals is seeing like the teams standing. Like everybody on the team is like right there.
It's because they got big ass teams. Usually the people in the finals got big ass teams.
Yeah.
Throwing a billboard.
Yeah. How many people are on your team?
Mine? 5 usually. That's some good angle, dude. Look at that.
Running wide, Forsberg.
Yeah, he fell off.
Yep.
Didn't have a side bite, man.
Yep.
Missing the zone.
Mustang at like fucking 2 PSI in the Nitos there.
Yeah.
Vaughn was on a burner, dude.
Yeah.
He just didn't care. And I really like that attitude.
They foreshadowed that in the beginning of the year, talking about him coming back and just having fun and not caring.
There's
And
so
look what he did.
much to be said about that, about just not caring and just sending it.
You know, I mean, that's how I felt at Irwindale. I've been trying to replicate that.
Really?
That was my first podium. But I just went in. I was like, man, this is the last round. I better have fun doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And it, you know, that momentum, that mindset, just took me all to the top.
Yeah.
But that's it's hard to do, you know.
Yeah.
Hard. It sucks that it's really hard to just have fun doing this. There's so many little things.
Yeah, there's a lot of work to it, man.
Yeah. And just like you were just talking about Gonzo,
Yeah.
background of life and different things.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
There's just background. There's so many moving parts.
Mm-hmm.
But these dudes are freaking crushing it.
Yeah, these are the
Not hitting the clips.
the dudes that got it
Jamming
figured it
through.
out for sure. As far as the business side, the driving side, everything, you know. That's two of the Formula D greats right there.
All right, skip.
Oh, that's volume. Crap.
This is the way. Let's see that could be Atlanta.
I think Vaughn has like a whole new team this year almost.
What's that?
Vaughn has like a whole new team this year.
Really?
Yeah, I think they've only got like a few people that were on the team in the last few years.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Something random go fly in the air back there.
That was a weird slow start though.
Right? Yeah, it's like a
What
weird.
happened
The
there?
momentum was weird there.
I don't want to watch that again.
Oh, I think I have to go back there. Yeah. What was that? There's like a slowing right
Look
there.
how slow
Oh,
he
something
is.
comes flying off. What was that?
What was that?
Something comes flying off on the
On
right side of
Vaughn's
the
car,
screen.
or-
I don't know whose car. Something's in the air right there. What is
Oh,
that?
what was that? Was it a camera?
I thought a cone fell off at first. Maybe it was camera. That would make sense. Nah, it looks like a side skirt. Little
What the
like
hell
over
is that
fender.
thing?
Don't know.
Yeah, someone flying
Yeah.
off of.
But
Vaughn's car
anyways,
there.
Vaughn's doing fine. Seems like Forsberg's going a little slow. Initiation was cool, but Vaughn is all up in the business.
Mm-hmm. And he's like dangerously flirting with that smoke line too.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
He knows what he's doing right here. He
Yeah.
waits, gets it,
Yep.
gets in.
Yep. Let me just throttle up in on you right there.
Yep.
Let me just throttle up in you right there. You got a little lost in
Yeah.
the final corner,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I feel like you got to sacrifice one of those corners. Somewhere you're gonna get. He's gonna gap you a little bit, and I guess the final corner is probably the best one.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure if something was wrong with Forsberg's car, but it seemed a lot slower than what we typically.
Yeah, they saw it too. They're saying how Forsberg's car looks slow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
see
yeah.
if there's a replay of what freaking fell off of this car right there.
What was that?
Mystery.
Mm-hmm.
If someone knows,
Mm-hmm.
comment. What the hell fell off this dude's car?
Someone knows. Somebody on Vaughn's team knows.
Right?
I think Shelby's on Vaughn's team this year. I
saw
can
it.
call her out.
Are their lights working? Yeah, their lights are working pretty good.
Yeah.
Solid green, up the hill.
Vaughn does a really good job of kind of like waiting to when to strike, you know, and then
Yeah.
he strikes and then waits, and then strikes right there. Strike,
Yeah.
strike,
He loses a little bit right
strike,
here.
strike,
wondering why.
strike. Wait.
Oh, too much angle. He angled
Yeah.
up too much.
It's really a strike and wait game.
That guy's got a cool shirt.
Hell yeah.
I don't know what that is.
It's it looks like Deadhead, the Grateful Dead logo.
Uh-huh.
Music that you can only listen to on acid.
All right. Well, we know what happens here.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Next. Oh, we got a crash from Orlando.
Oh my God. Hold on.
This is the final one.
I gotta go make pee.
Okay. Do that.
I wasn't prepared. There's a lot of pee breaks in this one.
Yeah, you know.
Is this camera? Oh no, this camera's on still.
Yep. Yep. We're good. GoPros are rolling.
We're good. Maybe you can talk to your drip.
AI editing. Oh yeah. What do I do with this? Do I put it on? Ah, it doesn't fit over the headphones. This is terrible. Oh, okay. While Jeff's peeing, why don't we make fun of him? Where's his hair? I need that wig again. The wig was great. Jeff with hair was phenomenal. It is up there. I see it. We need to somehow just make him wear that the entire time through the entirety of the podcast. Well, while he's gone, we're gonna watch this without him.
Consistency
How about
side.
that?
He did amazing on that first
Don't
battle,
tell him though.
but it
I'm
fell
gonna
apart a little
rewind
bit on
right back
the
into-
chase on this first run.
He'll never know. Watch. So
If Chelsea makes a
this was a
mistake,
rough
Ryan
crash.
just does what he needs to do, he'll get the victory here. But
And boom, 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 boom. Wow.
That's a
And then there's the mystery water bottle. I forgot about the mystery water bottle. Where did that water bottle come from? Watch it roll out from underneath Chelsea's car. Ah, there it is. Somehow there's no doors open. It had to, is there a hole underneath? Like, unless there's a hole in his floorboard. Oh, it could have popped out of the window. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I suppose. Oh shit, Jeff's back.
And we're back
Yeah, no, I didn't watch it. I swear,
from outer space.
I haven't watched it yet.
Just trying to wipe that
I
silly
didn't do
smirk off
anything
face.
while you were gone.
Let's
I
go.
swear.
Man, this beer's kicking my ass. I haven't
You
eaten
saw
all
the
day.
mystery water bottle with this crash?
No.
You haven't seen the mystery water bottle.
Mystery
All right.
water? Oh, is there like someone throws a banana and they've...
No, it
Is that what
just appears from below Chelsea's car.
Bagoo, bagoo,
Boom, boom. Watch the water
bagoo.
bottle. Ready for it? Whoop.
What?
You see that come
Is
out
that real?
right behind his front tire?
Is that real?
Yeah, watch. Whoop.
That's not real.
That's a water bottle. Yeah, it's just like the little bird. You see the little bird that on Instagram on the Dory videos?
No.
Like he was. Oh my god, dude, you gotta watch this thing. Hold on.
Hold. Is that? Are we
Yeah.
watching like a fake edit or something?
No, that's the mystery water bottle of Formula D Orlando.
Has
yeah.
anyone talked about this yet?
Yeah.
There's
Yeah. No, there's people have talked about it. Yeah.
Bro, that doesn't even look real.
Right.
It looks fully fake.
Right. It just comes.
Did they talk about it?
I don't think so. No.
Look at this.
But it's more impressive than the crash, right?
Bloop.
So
It
like,
looks so
I was
fake.
saying in like maybe if he had like a hole in his floorboard or something, but he's saying it probably popped out when he hit the wall because it jumped the car up so high.
I'm thinking that maybe
So
they
it had
had
to pop out of the window.
maybe they had a water bottle holding like the side skirt or the fender out.
Oh, maybe.
I mean, I know they're a pro team and all. I'm not saying that I've done this, but maybe I've done this. Oh yeah, no, I saw this.
Saw that one?
Yeah. But that's a legit thing. This water bottle popping out looks CGI.
I mean,
It's like a bad Star Wars movie. Okay, it's just popping out of nowhere.
It's not
Okay?
CGI. I
What's
swear.
that one thing they're singing?
I swear.
What's that
It is
freaking movie?
definitely not CGI.
Star Wars, where they had the chick singing, the flute and all that. You don't talk. Nobody knows
Oh,
what I'm talking
the
about.
cantina.
Yeah, the cantina.
Yeah. Star Wars cantina.
Because the
yeah.
original Star Wars was so much
Yeah.
better
Yeah.
than the CGI Star
Yeah.
Wars. Then they added that. It was terrible. Terrible CGI.
Star Wars cantina. It was the same thing with
Star Wars.
Alien though too. Like Alien was great when they had all the costumes, and they went to CGI. I think in the second and the third one.
Yeah.
Awful,
Yeah.
Awful.
Alien came out in '79, I think.
dude. Yeah.
That's how good that movie
Well,
is.
I've been watching every year or so. I watched all of them kind of through.
Uh-huh.
So I watched Prometheus the other night.
Yep.
And then I watched Resurrection.
Oh, let's just have a freaking Alien night. I'm down.
Prometheus.
I'm
is
so down with that.
freaking 10 times better than Resurrection.
Mm-hmm.
Prometheus is the shit. It's
Prometheus
such
is
a
the
great
shit.
movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Yep,
Charlize
yep, yep, yep.
Theron in it, the David character, all that.
Yep. There's a
And
few
they, like,
things I wish they would have gone deeper into. I'm sure there's a longer version of it.
Yeah,
But yeah.
but then like Resurrection was kind of just, I feel like just the halfway thing in between Alien to kind of mix the stories together.
Yeah, they needed
the
to-
actors weren't that good. The story wasn't.
They had
as
to bring her
good.
back, you know. They had to
Yeah.
figure out a way to bring her back and how they can do this. And
Yeah.
someone's like, "Hey, we know how to make a couple $1 million by spending, $1,000.
Yep.
Let's do this."
Yeah.
Fuckers.
And then I watched Alien, and I'm about to start on Alien 2 probably tonight.
And there's a new Alien or Prometheus coming out, right?
Is there?
Something's
It's
coming
another
out.
one?
Yeah, there's another one coming
Oh
out.
shit! You saw Prey, right?
Yeah,
That was good.
Prey was so good.
Holy crap, that
I'm
was
a
good.
huge.
I was so impressed with that one.
Yeah, no,
because
I love
most
Predator.
of the Predator movies are kind of corny. That one was just not.
Yeah.
It
Oh
was
wait,
like-
are you ready?
It was really good. What?
Come on.
Oh,
You son of a bitch!
son of a bitch! I'm in. Oh shit. Okay.
What's his name? Oh,
I don't
Luther?
know.
No. See, we almost knew.
Arnold and the one other actor dude where they're fucking. It's like the most popular meme. He doesn't do internet stuff very often.
No. All right. See what that water bottle did to us?
Yeah, it just messed us all up. Took us down
Fuck
a
it.
whole
All
path
it takes is
of-
one water bottle to pop out of a car for no reason.
Yeah.
Did that water bottle create that whole water mess under his car?
Hold on. Is there a drone shot of
Did
the
you
crash?
see that? All the water that came
Yeah,
out?
right. Yeah.
Come on. That's a badass water bottle, man. Chelsea, what are you doing, bro? Ridiculous.
One day we'll get rid of the ad blockers there, Steven, I swear.
No. Why?
Oh, here it is. Here it is.
Where? Maybe a fan threw the water bottle.
Where did
I
it
kind of thought I saw it, maybe.
Did it come from Holivna's car?
I don't know if
or
it
from-
exists, man. I think we're getting played.
Hold on. We're doing fucking super slow
I
right
think
now, dude.
that the Matrix is messing with us.
We're going freaking slow.
Slow. Does Homeboy...
Oh, it skinned his door. I bet you was sitting in his door.
I wonder if it's...
Because you know you can like put stuff in
I
your
think
door
someone
frame right
threw
there.
a water bottle at him. Someone's like mad. Someone lost money on Chelsea, so they threw it at him.
Because it doesn't roll out until he stops too, which is the interesting part. So
Where's
he
it
comes to a
at?
full stop. There it
is,
goes.
There it is, yeah.
How did it take so long? If it would have flown out from his door, it would have came out by then.
Maybe it's not his water bottle. Maybe it's the other guy's water
That's why I wonder if the fan had one up there. Maybe the fan kicked one or something. It was
But
on the
how
edge.
did that come out
Oh,
of
the
his
door did
car?
come off. The door came off.
Yeah, the door like opened up. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like it skinned the door.
Yeah.
So maybe.
Oh, damn, look at that door. Yeah, he had one in his car probably.
Yeah.
That's funny. So it's already out and it's rolling. And now his car stops. And the water bottle doesn't have as much side bite as his Nitto tires.
My question is,
And
how much
so-
did that water bottle sell for on eBay?
You gonna pretend like you got one and sell one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would do it.
Yeah,
The
that's a good
actual
idea.
water bottle.
Yeah.
Well,
Just gotta
'cause
scratch it up a little
do
bit.
you remember when Falcon was selling the actual tires that came off of Vaughn's championship winning runs?
They sold them?
So it was in a magazine. I think it was in like D Sport or Import Tuner or
Mhm.
something, Super Street.
Mm-hmm.
And it had an ad. It was a full page ad. Purchase the actual winning tires from Von Gitten's like winning runs. And I'm thinking to myself, well, he only had 2 sets on the rear, right? Or 1 set on the rear.
Yeah.
So only one person's buying this set.
Yeah.
But everyone's
They had a full page ad for
yeah.
it?
And then people are buying up some burnt ass tires. That's how they got rid of a bunch of tires. I thought it was hilarious when they did that. Yeah.
So you think they just sold up a bunch of burnt tires and told
For
them they
sure.
weren't
For sure.
the
These are the
sets?
winning set.
Oh, the
Yeah.
winning set. We got 400 of these things.
Yeah, exactly. Gotta get rid of these things somehow. How are we doing this? Oh, maybe it wasn't Vaughn. I'm pretty sure it was Vaughn.
Yeah.
Guarantee it.
Well,
Yep. Well,
I
that
guess
was
I-
rad.
I guess
So,
all the
are we gonna
footage
talk
we
about
got.
this wreck at all, or just the water bottle?
I mean, sure. Why not?
The
The water bottle was the most interesting part, though.
Yeah, I think we can just leave it at, hey, he wrecked.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, he oversent it.
Hey,
And,
look at that. Look at that.
Oversent.
So what happened? Homie's power steering went out, and he went into the wall.
I'm
And
not
then,
sure if he just went too hot. Oh, it does look like it almost.
Yeah.
He looks like he got a little bobble right there.
Yeah,
Yep.
no. I think his power
You
steering
saw
went
that.
out, and then Chelsea's got. Chelsea
saw that.
always gets the worst. Of
You're
something
right.
Like that.
And
dude.
Wall, remember Wall back in the day
Yeah.
with the 36, or was that the 46?
Yep.
He peeled back the barrier.
Yep.
It was
I remember I think his whole family was there, man.
Tyler McQuarrie that crashed in front of him. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's had a lot of fun with Tyler McCory.
Uh huh. So was JTP.
Shazam.
Yeah.
How deep are we into this?
We're an hour and 43.
Well, that one got reset. Are we 2 hours deep?
No, this one isn't reset.
Oh, that's the hour and
yeah.
43.
Yeah, that's an
Oh,
hour
I
and
thought that
43.
was-
That
okay.
one's at an hour and 10.
Rad. We're
That
doing
one-
good.
That one didn't get reset.
Look at
so
the left foot braking, man.
We're pretty
Just
good.
smashed. Okay. He released.
Yeah.
Right when he released is when that dude went into it.
Yeah.
Bam. And then the hop.
Shit
the full
happens.
4 tires up. Bam. There's his
compression. You better trust your bump
Yep.
stops.
And then here comes the water bottle.
them BC bump stops putting in
Wait
work
for it.
that
Wait
day.
for it. Wait for it.
BC Racing's to up their
Bro,
durometer.
where's the water bottle? There it comes.
There it goes.
It's so fake. It hits the light in
It's
such
so
a weird
late.
way.
Whee!
Such bad CGI. If
It's
this was a
just so
Hollywood movie,
late.
I'd call bullshit.
I don't get how late it is. I'm grabbing another cart.
Oh my god.
I feel bad making this guy grab me beers.
Yeah. At some point, we just got to. Hey, where's mine?
What do you got?
I don't know. Grab me whatever's in there. What a jerk. Why would you grab yourself something, not anyone else?
Or Stella.
Stella's cool. Stella!
This chocolate porter in my fridge.
That's all you, bro.
I don't want chocolate porter.
That's Jarrett Deanda beers.
That's
Jarrett Deanda
disgusting. Oh, we just lost this guy again.
in Long Beach. Kudos to Jarrett Deanda. He bought all of us, like everyone with holding a hard card. There's like what 500 of us, and yeah, he bought every single person in and out. They had an in and out big rig show up, and there was like 4 50-gallon trash cans filled with beer.
And he gave most of that to you?
Well, I mean, people weren't drinking them at the end, you know, so I like came up on a trash can full of beer and ice, and I walked it around like a gentleman and offered it to everyone, and got most people pretty hammied, as we should.
Okay.
And I still have some of it, so continue to.
I guess we're gonna get soon.
Is it hot?
I don't know. It's just not. The buttons are doing nothing. It doesn't feel crazy hot.
Okay.
I felt hotter before.
Should we pause and figure it out, or switch?
Well, let's pause it for
We don't even know if that thing's working.
That one should be. I mean, it's blinking.
You're on an assumption.
I mean, it should be working.
Who's got a lighter?
Oh, it's not a twist off?
No, is it? No. Try to make me hurt my hand.
Whoa, the pour sounds so cool.
Right?
Through the mic, you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, I got too much foam though.
Can I borrow your vape?
Here. Whoa, yeah, that might work actually. It's rubbery on the end though. I don't know. Give it a try. I don't care. I don't care about it.
That's no good.
Just chew it up.
That's no good. I'll probably make that tip work. I don't use that tip.
I'm gonna try.
No, that's gonna fuck your tip up.
Oh yeah, it's gonna
Yeah,
just try.
that was a terrible idea. Terrible idea. The smallest freaking.
Oh my god, that is a nailed thing.
Try.
Is that gonna work?
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, fold it up.
That'll work.
Yeah.
I've done it with paper before.
With paper?
Yeah.
You fold it up enough
Yeah,
paper?
you gotta fold it up. Yeah. It takes a while. Yeah.
Because you just
It
wanted
was a challenge.
because you wanted to try, or just
Yeah,
because
it was a
all you
challenge.
had was paper?
No, it was a challenge.
Yeah. Well, cheers.
Cheers.
Number
Let me-
12.
I'm gonna get back to my pouring.
Watch Chelsea walk.
Let's fix
slow
this
motion.
GoPro.
Okay.
What happened?
It's pretty hot.
Pull the battery. Yeah, pulling the battery is always the fix. I mean, you know, when you call the dudes overseas, you know, technical support's going to tell you, did you unplug it?
Did you try unplugging the device?
Unplug the device.
Plug it back in.
Everything in the world. Like,
Yeah.
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 Did you try to turn it on?
Did you try kicking it?
Did you pour water down the back? That's my number one recommendation. Electronic devices. Just gotta pour water down the back.
Look at
See if it
Chelsea. He's
works
like,
after
I
that.
don't know, man. I lost my water bottle. Hold on. Let me see if it's still here.
That'd be such a funny meme.
I'm really thirsty.
Where'd it go?
I don't see the water bottle anywhere.
Yeah.
Over here? Someone said they saw it rolling.
So what's your opinion on Windows versus ARM restraints?
Oh, I thought you were going to say Windows versus Mac. I was going to say, I like
Oh.
Mac way better. I don't know. I've always been a Windows guy, but since I've ever gotten my Mac laptop, that thing's the jam. Very simple, and I have an iPhone too, so. Like,
Windows versus ARM restraints.
It never has, like, a virus.
God damn.
I've gotten, like, 2 viruses on my Windows laptop and, like, never had a problem on Mac. Yeah. I can still hear Jarrett, like, speaking like an alien. Like,
There.
so I've never had Windows. Yeah. Always rock the ARM restraints. I actually got a $1,500 fine one time from FD for not rocking my ARM restraints.
They make you pay it?
So I did my qualifying run. And then
I remember this. Yeah, you came back.
Christina was smart enough to write an email back to FD. It's like, well, you let us do an unsafe run and put us in harm. If this is so important, why would you let us do the run? We potentially could have lost our arms, and we would be in a situation here where, safety regulations, you should have not let us go.
Yeah, there was negligence on their part.
Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah.
And so we're like, our bad, but at the same time, and then they replied, yeah, you're good.
We'll call it even.
We'll call it even. Yeah. So it worked out.
Yeah.
Worked out.
I mean, it is different if they failed to check, or I mean, it is on.
I was literally at the line, and the dude looked down at me. It's like,
Christina's really good at that stuff.
He's super good.
She's really good at that.
Yeah.
I would never be able to do that. No, I wouldn't even send him an email. I'd just play it. Like, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Please don't fire me.
Well, I mean, I was gonna reply like, I can't afford this shit. Like, I'm not going to the next round now if I got to pay this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like my first year in FD. It's like, for sure, there's no way, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'd already had a qualifying run in the bank, so
and
I definitely wouldn't have ran it if you told me not to.
If it's out of, like you being negligent, it's one thing, but it's like if you make a mistake, like that's understandable. You know, if they catch you doing it 3-4 times in a row, it's like, bro, we're gonna fine you.
You're getting
for
fined,
sure,
bro.
and you're gonna have to pay it. Sorry, but like one time, like shit happens.
Well, this is like the reality versus pro-am stuff. Like for Hot Pit, we have a couple of drivers that just keep trying to bend the rules, showing up without shoes, without gloves, without whatever. One of the dudes didn't have his fire suppressant all hooked up, and we don't even require fire suppressant. We just require a 5-pound bottle in your car that has, a quick release that you can grab in case of fire. Dude literally showed up the tech with a fire suppressant system in his car. He's like, oh yeah, there it is. I look at him like, it's not even hooked up.
There's no lines?
Yeah, there's no lines. I'm like, it's not even mounted. You literally just have a bottle sitting in the back of your S14. Like, come on, bro. Come on. Rules are so simple. You could have just, you spent probably $400 on this fire suppressant. You could have just went and spent $20.
Yeah, on a bottle.
On a fire extinguisher bottle at Walmart.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
And a couple of freaking,
AutoZone freaking special.
Bolts, get her in there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's wild.
All right, so we're watching
ads.
More ads.
Slow-mo FD.
More slow-mo. All right, are we done with the reviews?
I mean, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, we could talk about Orlando later.
Yeah, we'll get to more Orlando. If you guys have any battles from Orlando you want us to review on the next one, please let us know, because we did not do any research. I'm super busy right now.
Yeah, well, you weren't even there.
Busy right now. I wasn't even there.
So you don't got much to talk about.
And as soon as you were out, I was like, I'm not watching anymore.
Yeah.
It's pretty much how it goes with me for FD. As soon as Jeff gets eliminated, I'm like, oh, well, I'm bored.
Yeah, I'll touch on Orlando as far as just myself. We went in there fully gripped up with the intentions of like being out of the gate gripped up. And I think in the long run it didn't work out.
Too much grip?
I was doing really good. I felt good about most of our practice runs, but it was dry and then it rained. And then it was dry and then it rained. And then it was half-ass dry, half-ass rain, back and forth. But nothing that gave a lake into that area that you were in.
Yeah. What do you do for setup changes when it gets wet?
So I have 2 options that I do. In Long Beach, if it rains, I go I air up the freaking tires to like 30 PSI, go full stiff on suspension, and let her skate. Because I don't like the inconsistency of grip at Long Beach. Now at Atlanta or somewhere else where the track is consistent wet and has consistent grip, then we'll dump air and we'll dump everything and give it the full beans of grip. Because at least we know.
Dump it like as you normally would for you're already running like 7 or 10.
I mean, I've ran as low as 4.
Okay.
In the rain.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I've ran as low as 4 in the rain, and it seemed like it worked out pretty good.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I gotta try that.
Yeah. I mean, it worked. In the rain, it was okay.
Curtis is gonna wig out when I get over the radio. I'm like, hey, 4 PSI. He's like, what?
All right,
like, 4 PSI.
Here's a funny
1,
thing.
2, 3, 4
in
PSI.
Wall Speedway, me and my buddy Jeff Marlowe.
Wall's great in the rain. I got a couple laps there in the rain, actually, in the E30, and it was fun.
Well, the apron's not as good when it gets water built into it. Yeah, the bank's great. The bank's because it's so steep, the water just runs down.
Yeah, it's really fun.
So when it comes to air pressure, my buddy Jeff Marlowe, who used to be crew chief for me, he in the S14, we were running like 14, 13, 12. And so he's like, hey, because, we didn't have like headphones or anything. We just had our radios that were like out loud. He's like, hey, instead of telling you like 14, I'm just going to say like 4 and 3 over the radio. I'm like, all right, I'm down with that. So, you got like people listening to us and they're just like, all right, we're good. It's set to 2.
Yeah.
And they're just like, you're running 2 PSI.
People thought you were running that. That's funny.
It was
I wonder
funny.
if people actually listen into other radios to try and get some insight.
I feel like that would be a Papadakis thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that.
Why not? If you could.
Yeah, there might be something to that. I'd like to listen to the, Papadakis radio every once in a while.
I mean, if
RTR
you knew that someone was gripping up hard or switching it up and going real loose, for certain strategies.
They do that for NASCAR, right? Where you can listen into the radios.
Kind of, yeah.
I think you can.
So like
select
my
your team
radios that I
and listen in.
have are from an old IndyCar team, the Dragon Racing Penske team. I just happen to know those guys. Happen to work and help them clear out one of their warehouses, and they gave me their old radios. And so their old radios were programmed for like 16 other teams or something like that, maybe even more. And so yeah, they would totally just like flip over to other channels.
Just
and
listen
because
in.
what you could do as a fan, I believe that you can just go and purchase a rental radio.
Yeah, and you can listen.
And you
in.
could flip over and
yeah,
listen into different
yeah.
teams. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really.
But I
cool.
wonder if they had like a secret channel, maybe.
That'd just be cool to listen in,
Yeah,
if
totally.
you're really into your driver or your car or whatever,
Yeah, what they're doing.
I know all the LZ fans would die to listen to his radio,
God damn, you just came up with a little market right there.
Yeah, there is.
Okay.
Yeah. Let FD
We're
know.
renting radios.
Yeah, let FD know. Oh yeah, we could just rent radios there.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's got to be a one way so they can't communicate back.
You want to hear some shit talking? No, I actually have radios that are one way.
Okay.
From that same team that were
no
like
shit.
it was literally
like fan
I
radios.
think it says something like hospitality radio or something dumb. It literally says like and the actual pit button on the side is broken. Like you touch it and it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, yeah.
So
that's kind of cool.
Yeah, like they I don't know.
I kind of want to get like a base station for the trailer, with like the little spiral cable and the That'd be cool because I also wanted to record radio stuff for.
So if you rented those out, you
stuff
definitely have to have a waiver. You are okay listening to the stupid shit that we say. Don't get mad.
Yeah.
When you hear your buddy
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
something dumb that he shouldn't be saying,
Yeah.
certain words will be used.
We reserve the right to be offensive.
Yes. You were listening in to a private conversation that they forgot is not private.
Yeah, I guess that might be the problem.
Right? Certain NASCAR people got fired for saying stupid stuff.
Oh yeah.
Right?
A couple of them.
I mean, you're with your boys, you're joking, you don't mean anything by it, but things happen. Especially when you're throwing things and you're mad. You just flew off the track twice. What'd you say to Curtis after that?
Oh, I actually wasn't that. I was more concerned with the dog, to be honest. Like, I wasn't that mad about the outcome.
Yeah.
At first, I was like, I got on the phone with Westies, and I was like, "What do you think?" And he's like, "I think you lost." And I was like, "Well, if there's anything we can fight on it, fight it. If not, whatever." Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember actually
Shit happens.
right when you went off, me and Matt Perkins, my spotter, we had pulled out the rule book immediately and we're like looking at it and we're like, all right, how can we help out? What can we do here? And I was like,
there's nothing.
he's kind of boned.
Yeah, I bone myself. It happens.
I've heard that the RTR team just protests every single call.
I've heard. Yeah, that
Probably
too,
a rumor, but
yeah, I've heard that about Forsberg's guys too.
yeah. I mean, why not? If you can afford it, it was at $250.
Yeah,
I don't even know what it cost.
Yep.
It's like $250.
Yep.
Yeah.
Find some way to do it.
Just chuck the cash at them.
Yeah. I mean, if you got it, it makes
Yeah.
sense.
I mean, full transparency. What was it? I think Reeder would have gotten third place at Irwindale last year, but LZ's team came in and protested. They got the win and moved on, and then got beat by
Chelsea.
No, someone else. Either Turk or whoever.
we watched that
Anyways,
battle,
they
though,
got
yeah.
beat, and because that happened, that's my qualifying position put me into third place. So literally, I have Adam LZ and the RTR team to thank for my third place win because they switched the outcome of that one.
Well, you gonna buy him some blueberry muffins or what?
He's got enough money. I think he can buy me some blueberry muffins. He still owes me his insurance from Long Beach last year. He hard parked it in front of me.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah,
First or second lap
All right,
out.
well, you guys are even on the blueberry muffins.
Hard parking.
You know. Next interaction, you guys can decide who owes who blueberry muffins.
Yeah. So what's your intentions going into Jersey?
I want to have some fun in tandem. I want to get on some doors, to be honest, and like that was my intention this entire year.
Very small track.
It's
a very doring
up my
track.
chase game. That's my weakest point right now. That's where I need to improve. So my whole intention with this entire year, to be honest, was just to up the chase game and not really worry about the overall outcome because we have the Pro 1 license for next year. So just...
Well, if you're not dooring someone in Jersey, you're doing something wrong. Because it's one of those tracks where it's so small.
Hard not to door someone.
Yeah. It's literally hard not to surpass them.
Yeah.
You have to be conscious on keeping your front wheels at their door versus looking at their front tire and then end up being tire to tire or passing them, and then your back of your car is no longer in the zone. You're next to them, which looks cool to the fans, but you forget that your back of your car is not in the zone.
It's like the perfect track to really practice like tandem on.
It's a perfect 400 horsepower track.
Yeah.
I think our cars are too powerful for what it is. I really wish it could somehow be 50% bigger, but it is what it is, it's great for the fans. I think it's
Do you dial back your power at all ever?
No, because supercharger, I'd have to redo some things.
Well, I did a timing switch. We wired it wrong, so I got to wire it right, but it should be able to adjust timing down to lower it, down to, 500 to 400-ish range. And then, have you seen what Rome has on his car?
Yeah, like a blow-off valve.
He's got like an electronic control
release,
BOV
air
type
release
thing.
I feel like that's better than the timing.
It is, because timing, eventually you run into high exhaust temperatures and misfires the further you go down. So the more timing you take out, the hotter your exhaust temps are going to get, and the chances of you're going to having a misfire are going to get higher.
Sure.
So you can basically dial it down to a point at which you start misfiring and then say, all right, let's dial it up a little bit from there, and that'll be our limit.
And so Rome is using more of a bleed-off scenario.
Yeah, his is basically like a blow-off valve, essentially.
Yeah.
Or a...
wastegate?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, wastegate.
Yeah,
exactly.
wastegate bleeding off the...
essentially, yeah.
Instead of it bleeding off exhaust pressure, it's bleeding off compressed...
air.
Boost air.
Yeah.
Same, but different.
So it's just bleeding.
Just on the cold side instead of the hot side.
Yeah. So that might be... I think that's the overall. I think that's what we should be looking into. But the timing switch is already on the car, so I'm going to try and... we just got to repin it. So I got to have the guys from Link ECU come by and repin it in Jersey. And then we should be able to dial it back to wherever we want, basically. And it's a 10-position rotary switch, so should work good.
So are you going to use all 10?
I don't know. I think I'll set it up to where we dial it back,
bringing it back 10 degrees.
Well, we're not going to have a dyno. Here's the thing in Jersey. So we'll dial it back to a certain point, and then each increment will basically dial us back.
Yeah.
And then I can just dial it back to where I get a misfire and then bring it up a couple clicks, essentially.
Every 2 degrees in our car is probably, 50 horsepower?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm looking for. Like a 50 increment, yeah.
It's not that much, but yeah, if you had 10 of it, then sure, now you're bringing it back pretty good. Honestly, I don't know. I don't tune my own car. I always take it to West Tech and let Ish handle it, and that's who handles your car. Sometimes the Link ECU guys hop on there and help us out and polish it up. But yeah,
I had to swap ECUs in
Atlanta.
Atlanta, yeah.
Why?
The accelerant, the thing, for some reason, the way the FD box was communicating with the Link wasn't working. So we swapped it, and then it worked. Yeah.
I've actually heard that Rome had to swap his ECU also.
I think something with the accelerometer stuff is the communication between the two things.
In Orlando, they came in and said that everyone had, not everyone, that there was resistors in some of the boxes, not other boxes, and some of the resistors were backwards, so they were colliding, and they had to take out some resistors, and there were some things. FD is trying to push the limit right now and do some cool shit.
We'll get
but
it
at the same
figured out.
time, they just didn't have enough test days.
No, it's something that I feel like shouldn't have been implemented this year as far as judging, but it should have been implemented as far as let's figure everything out. Let's get everything in the cars. Let's use it, and not use it as a huge part of judging, but let's get it solid and working.
Are they using it as judging though? I don't think so.
Are they?
Well, you had the Matt Field versus Osbo lights indicator.
That was
used.
Yep.
I heard there was some battles in Atlanta where they went against the lights.
They referenced. Oh, they went against.
They went against the lights. I would love to see some of the data. We still need to get Kevin Wells on here so we can ask him about some of the data and momentum.
I feel like it's a
and
good
seeing
time to
how
do
it-
that because there's a lot of changes this year as far as the electronics being introduced and all that. So it'd be good to get a breakdown on that, and then we could get the true story as to like what's going on with it as far as implementing it and how consistent is it, stuff like that.
Some of the cars in FD have data for everything. Tire sensors, shock travel sensors, angle sensors, either mostly on their steering wheel, or on the shaft or some sort. So they know literally what angle they're at, how much they're on the handbrake, how much pressure they're pushing in the foot brake. You've obviously already got TPS.
And you can reference that on
tire
the same
temperature sensors.
Yeah, on the same graph with TPS, the same graph with everything.
So you
else,
can literally look at all your parameters, right? Your handbrake.
My injector fired right at 2% throttle while I was 13%
that might be extra.
And
what I do right now is I reference my TPS versus RPM to know if we are creating more grip or not. So if we lower our air pressure, let's say 4 psi, or we make a shock change or take off the bar, we would assume that we would have less RPM, right? So let's say you're at 80 or even 100 psi or 100% on TPS. If you see that your RPM is no longer climbing like it used to the previous run, or it's starting to bog, then now you've got more good grip going on, right? And that's the easiest way. That's what we do right now. It's very simple. We don't have the shock travel to know that we're squatting harder. We don't have the tire temperatures to see if what that's doing the bite. We do have a G meter built into what Kevin Wells has on the car, but we can't get that until later, right? So that's a later thing. That's something. So I'm doing it the more primitive way. But that's still kind of cool because nobody ever does that before, right?
Yeah, and I talked to Chow actually, Matt Field Spotter, about the data stuff because they have everything. They had everything.
Matt Field is the dude who literally has a sensor on his ass. If he farts, he knows the difference between
he knows the chemical composition, of the fart too. What he ate,
how long it was, the duration, the stinkiness, the heat,
how many bites he took of that meal. It's all
all the protein. He's big on protein versus cholesterol. Man that works out.
Not a whole lot of saturated fats,
No.
Yeah.
You got to wonder if his farts stink more or less. Probably more.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a good meat fart. It's more
but
like a veggie fart.
Chow was saying how they were using it too much for a few years to where they were seeing the data on the shock changes and stuff like that, and they were making changes after almost every single run. And they kind of dialed back from that and started just listening to Matt more.
Sure.
And saying well, this is how I feel. This is what I feel needs to be adjusted. And they said they had more success through that than they actually had through the hardcore data analysis.
Sure.
Because there is a lot to be said about how does it feel from the driver's perspective?
Totally agree.
How easy is it to drive?
But let me play devil's advocate on here. I know you're a driver that doesn't make much changes.
No.
So you come in a borrowed rent-a-car in Orlando. From someone you literally just rented a car from that's not set up very well. Yeah. And you're like, yeah, I can drive it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it works.
So there's certain drivers who adapt or just feel every little change. Matt is someone who wants all the data. So he's had data over the years, so he's been able to calibrate his own brain and look at the data and calibrate himself. And now they can go against the data, right?
I see where you're going.
He's mathematically, because I talked to Matt. I've known him for years. I knew when he told me that he had a spreadsheet for the brand of his S14. Okay, if we change the rear toe this much, it's going to change our camber by this much at this percentage of squat, right? Versus this throttle is going to squat this much or that much, and off throttle, or if they change the camber by this much, it changes the toe this much. So we had spreadsheets. That would show him the different rates of angle that would change. Excuse me.
Bless you.
And so he has the data to reflect off of that made him one of those badass drivers that can say, I know what I want now, because he went through school and learned that stuff. Now, I'll give you a reference. Myself, I was sponsored by Cooper Tires for 3 or 4 years. I forget how many years. But goddamn, man, I love it to have free tires. but they didn't do much when I changed air pressure.
No.
They didn't do much when I changed shocks.
No.
It didn't do much when I changed toe. Like that tire didn't make a lot of grip. It was more of a 300 tread wear or higher. I wasn't running their grippy tire either. I was running like
and they fell
what was it
apart
called?
a
The
lot.
3000. No, that
Yeah.
was Nexon. That was the later Nexons. Anyways, they weren't a bitey tire, so you didn't get a lot of information from it.
Nope.
It didn't squeal differently.
No smoke.
It didn't. It didn't smoke good. So it was very much if you were just a basic drifter who just started to learn, great tire, right? Oh yeah, I got 50 laps out of this set of tires. But if you're trying to like dial something in,
Yeah.
I don't know. Hey, we went from full soft to full hard.
Yeah.
I didn't feel it. Hey, we took
Well,
off the bar. Oh
problem is
yeah,
that, like,
didn't know.
half the tire's gone after like a first lap.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's not gone like regular tire wear. It's like chunked.
Yeah,
or chunks are
delaminating,
just missing
delaminating
from the tire.
Yep,
like,
yep. So there's something to be said about being consistent,
Yeah.
buying brand
Yeah.
new tires,
Mhm.
same air pressure. Like if you're going to go to the track and you want to mess around with suspension settings, you got to make everything as consistent as possible. And then even if it's consistent, you got to check the ground temp. Because if that ground temp went from freaking 80 to 110, that's a difference of like 4 psi.
Yep.
More or less,
Yep.
depending on the track, different track surfaces. I
Yep.
was saying earlier,
Mhm.
Atlanta and Irwindale are the two tracks that changed the most drastically with temperature change.
Oh yeah.
Some of
And
the
with
other tracks,
and with wetness too.
some of the other tracks can change
Atlanta
temperature. And it's not as bad.
That entry is so ridiculous in the wet. How slick it gets. I did a full 360 there on my first. I did like an
I
easy
actually feel like
initiation.
Atlanta's not bad for it being wet. I
on the
hate,
initiation, it's bad.
I hate Long Beach when it's full wet. That's the one that I hate
haven't
the
been there.
most.
Yeah.
I mean, I drove that year where they like legit gave out for qualifying.
You were in second gear the whole time. Yeah, they just gave up on
Yeah,
qualifying.
the year they
That's how
gave up
bad
on
it was.
qualifying. That's how bad. And I was kind of pissed
That's
because
like
I'm like,
unheard of.
I was
Unheard
one
of.
of like 10 dudes
Yeah.
who were completing the track.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, they said, who wants to get rid of qualifying? Who wants to keep qualifying? I was raising my hand. I'm like, fuck yeah, I got this.
Yeah,
I'm making
yeah,
top
yeah.
10 today because
Yeah,
I'm one of
yeah.
10 doing this.
Yeah, yeah, I'm one of the
That's the
only
year I
10.
beat Justin, JTP.
Oh, yeah, yep.
Yeah, because I mean, dudes were not good at rain drifting back then. Funny enough to say, just a lot of California boys, we don't get a lot of high horsepower
No.
rain drifting.
No, we don't.
And it's that's another funny thing because you can be like a low horsepower beginner who's like, yeah, I'm good at rain drifting. It's so different in a pro car.
Yeah.
800 to 1,000 horsepower. Sure, it's a big ass tire, but
As soon as you touch the throttle, you got 400 to the ground.
more than that.
Yeah.
I make 1,000 at literally 3,200 RPM.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So from idle to blip, you're 1,000
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah. Full tilt.
So you're like it's like dealing with a button that just gives you 1,000 horsepower.
Blip,
And you
blip.
just have
Yeah.
to press it at certain points throughout the course.
Yeah. V8 supercharger.
Need
Well,
a
sorry.
timing switch.
So I was arguing with this with Sam Megumi. We were talking about what's better and harder to drive. He was thinking that what did he say? Supercharger is probably harder because of it coming on so fast. And I was like, I don't know. I think turbochargers are also going to have that turbo lag, and then the boost spikes. Maybe it's not as bad now. Maybe it's more modular. But I remember before.
Oh yeah, it wasn't pleasant.
The boost would
Yeah.
shoot up and
Yeah.
spike, and all of a sudden you went from like
Big turbos.
200 to 500 real quick.
Big turbos were not the jam back in the day.
Yeah, yeah.
Before twin scroll, before nitrous down low, anti-lag, all the tricks that we have nowadays to keep RPM up or keep power there.
And there's some guys who would all right. So on a supercharged engine, I've never done this, but I know some guys would put like a what do they call that? Like a lobed style throttle body.
Yeah, like a cam.
A cam. Yeah.
Yep.
So where
JTP ran that.
the rate of angle or the
Yeah.
rate of throttle would come on slower and
Yep.
then fast.
Yep.
How's that work?
Yep. It will it's a progressive arc so that basically like the more throttle you give it, the more aggressive the ramp is. The less throttle you give it, the less aggressive the ramp is. So essentially instead of having a round thing that your cable is wrapped around, it's shaped like a camshaft. So that I'm not sure which way the egg would be shaped. I'm not sure if it's big side on the top. I would want to say
So, but basically, it just opens it up slower. And then as you get further into it,
it ramps it up
faster.
essentially, so that your first half of throttle, you have
in
more
my mind,
play.
I feel like this is way worse because now you've got to recalibrate yourself to whatever this is doing versus just
It's something. The first time I heard about that
pushing
was
on the throttle
from Rick from RTS because he put it on JTP's car back in the day.
Okay.
Because JTP had a
I
pretty.
thought he put it on Alex Hillebrand's car.
He may have done it on that car too.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
is a freaking badass car.
Oh yeah.
That dude came into the sport and was like, "Take my money, and give me all the best shit I want to
Yeah.
win." And they got like third place
and
in
then
the wall.
Then he's left.
And then he left.
And he's just gone.
Yeah.
God damn it! I gotta pee again.
What's
Real
up
bad.
with all the peeing, bro?
Dude, it's just one of those nights. Huh?
Prostate? You better get your
Do I
prostate
need an
checked.
exam? I'm gonna. Well, you turned 40 this year. Did you get yours checked?
Need to.
I'm real good at it.
I didn't turn 40. Didn't you see the Formula D thing? We de-aged myself.
I have gloves. I have some diff fluid, some diff oil we could use, some heavy grease over there.
Oh my goodness. Heavy grease.
Keep me entertained.
I've got Top One oil.
Top One oil.
That's the grease. Yeah. All right, we've replaced Andy Haley with Mr. Rex. How's it going? Doing pretty good. How are you doing? Hungry. All right. What do you want to eat? Burgers. I want some burgers. Me too. Do you like In-N-Out or Five Guys? I like just all the meat. I don't care. All right, well, I like In-N-Out. In-N-Out sucks. Why? I don't care. I just want burgers. Burgers. Give me burgers. All right, well, I like In-N-Out. You guys let me know what you like, because I think I'm going to go ahead and say it. Five Guys is okay, but they cost way too damn much, man. I'm just, you go In-N-Out. What are you in there? $7? $7, $8. You got a badass burger, right? You go to freaking Five Guys, all of a sudden, you're debating about if you need gas in your car or if you're getting a badass burger. I mean, they got all the additives. There's some peanuts on the side for the people that can't afford the full burger. But god damn it. I don't know. I vote In-N-Out. Mr. Rex just wants burgers. I just want burgers. I don't know. Nothing happened over here.
What happened?
Nothing?
You talking to the T-Rex?
You saw nothing?
You been to Blake's Lotaburger though, in New Mexico?
No.
Oh, that's my favorite. That one's good. That's my favorite national chain, Blake's Lotaburger.
All right, we're back from that 15th commercial break.
God damn, that
How
felt
have we
good.
gone like 3 hours without taking a pee break?
It's 2 hours and 15 minutes.
And now we're barely 2 hours into this, and we're like 8 pee breaks. It's a peeing day.
You're asking too many questions.
Too many questions.
Too many questions. Too many of them that involve pee.
Listen, guys, we're trying to get back into this, and we need a direction to go.
Oh, dude, we're so focused.
We're full
This is the most focused I've ever been on this podcast.
Yeah.
I'm just 100% focused.
What I like to know is, do they like the just me and you ranting randomly, or do they really enjoy the guest?
It's like it's hard to please. You're never gonna please everybody.
Never gonna please them.
That's the way to look at it. Because we had that one guy that commented like, "Hey, like, could you just talk about drifting?" And I'm like, "Well, I mean, we do that, but sometimes we want to talk about alien movies, and sometimes we want to just like, do you want to hear us be us, or do you want to hear us be the sort of persona that we live in this, job that we have? This. Hey, I'm this drifter guy.
Yeah,
and this is what I do, and buy this product and drink this beer or whatever. Or do you want to hear us be us? And that's the whole aim on this podcast, is to provide us just being us,
Trying to chill,
basically, because like we have these conversations after the track and after the events, and we sit here and we talk about all this stuff, and like it's natural conversation, and whatever comes up in the natural conversation is what's going to end up on here.
That's what I'm curious about, because sometimes when we have a guest, it's not always a natural conversation.
No,
Like, we turn these mics off, the guest goes away, and me and you'll sit here for another 2 hours and just keep talking about drifting.
Yeah.
But then the guest is like, all right, you don't talk much.
Well, we're kind of.
I'm trying to pull things out of you, bro. Speak, say some stuff. You know?
You're as far as like
when we have certain guests.
Yeah, it's
hard.
hard.
You got to have a guest that is going to talk, be charismatic, know what the hell's going on.
And you're not going to get that at everybody,
No, you're not.
And I feel like that is almost, again, it's doing what we are trying to do. It's to show who these people are, and if these people aren't that charismatic and they're not that exciting, that's who they are.
Yeah. I don't even know if they need to be charismatic. They just need to be themselves.
Have you ever seen Odie Batchis excited? right? I've seen him win events. I've seen him be happy after an event, but I've never seen him be like Vaughn level stoked. You know?
Yeah, don't know if he's ever stoked.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's just certain people that are like they're all that on the track and the program and everything, but like as far as like the general character is not what you would expect from, I guess, someone who is, you know, is in that position, you know? You expect an action sports guy to be, you know, this big character, and you meet Odie and he's very reserved.
He's chill.
You know?
He is a very chill animal.
Yeah. And there's plenty of guys like that, you know? Cash is pretty reserved too, to be honest, you know?
Yeah, he's a happy little hillbilly.
Yeah, he's just a happy dude. He's never real upset with the battles. He's just like, he's more like disappointed, it sounds like, in his voice when he's upset with the battle. He's just like, man, I just wish it wouldn't.
I love his confidence, though.
Yeah.
He's got great
confidence. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, confidence enough to drag his freaking FD car.
I know. So when are we taking our cars out? And I say our cars because my old pro car works again. Yours is still on a lift.
Yeah, does not.
How do we get the world together to get this man, to get the E30 back up and running? Because I feel like you have a full fan base off of the E30.
I need about $10,000.
Come on.
That's about.
No.
I don't have a transmission. I don't have a diff.
Listen.
And it's set up for quick change.
We're going to put some sticks, some
glue.
Let's make this sucker work.
How about we just run?
Gotta have another car. Anytime you see Andy drive, it's because he was literally at a pro FD event.
No transmission, 1-to-1 like a sprint car. And you'll just, what we'll do off the line is you'll follow me every time and you'll just push me up to like, 30 or 40 miles per hour.
We can still put a clutch in there.
Then fourth gear will take over.
Can't we still put a clutch in there?
You could, but the clutch is going to die really quick.
Yeah, because you're always in fourth.
Yeah. But I mean, then I don't have to buy a transmission.
Save some money.
Yeah.
Send her in fourth, bro.
Yeah.
I'm down. We could do this.
Yeah. It's doable.
You got to get a practice car going.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
We're simming. Well, actually, I haven't simmed a lot at
Problem
all
is,
this year.
Is a lot of shit's just like the new trailer, the engine going into the old car, into the 46, and
there's a lot going on.
Yeah, I'm trying to prepare myself for Pro 1 proper next year. And that's kind of what this year's about. Unfortunately, it's taking up a lot of cost.
So is this a full announcement right now? We're going full pro next year?
I mean, it's been it's been the plan.
It's been the plan.
Yeah.
It's pro next year or bust.
Yeah.
Better do it.
Yeah.
So we got to get the E30 running for more practice in the off season.
And I also have my E28 that has an S54 that's being rebuilt that I got to put in there, and I got to paint my pit cart. I got to finish the bathroom in the trailer.
There's a 350Z sitting there.
There's a Z out there that needs help too.
Oh my god! Well, I've got my RX-7, and I literally was like, okay, man. I can take this apart, and it will just be a part, and I won't have a motor for it. Or right now, it's like running on 5 cylinders out of the 6. It's limping, but I can move it. I can start it. I can move it. It's complete. I'm like, I'm just gonna leave it hurt and in its corner until I can focus and put time into it. Because right now, I put focus on. Well, all the things in the world.
Yep.
But also trying to get the old pro car back together. So, because I won't lie, I am jealous of the amount of laps Rome gets.
Oh, yeah.
Holy moly, man. This dude is turning laps every day. I mean, I know Chelsea's doing laps, but, he doesn't talk about it as much. But the old pro car made 429 horsepower, a whopping 429. And I'm excited to get that thing out there and go do some laps, have some fun, get up to Willow, AVS, just hang out with the boys and probably do, I don't know, maybe 10 laps on one set of tires. Like, how cool would that be?
Yeah.
Not 2?
Like Desert Mihan where we did like 60. And
Bro.
I went through like 4 tires.
Yeah.
Desert Mihan was crazy, man.
That was one of the funnest events where
we
both
laps.
had our shitty cars running.
Dude, so many laps.
Yep.
So many laps, and I just kept looking at the tires, like, where's
I had to
the
keep changing
going?
my power steering for some reason. That sucked, but yeah, that was great.
Yeah, that was a fun event.
Got to get the E30 running.
Yeah,
right. It's got to be less horsepower.
It's right there.
Yeah,
it's right here. It's right there.
But it's got to be. It was so hard for me to not put the supercharger on the car.
Oh yeah,
because it's just honestly, it would have been easier to put the supercharger back on because I had all the parts. But I'm like, you know what? Let's make it normally aspirated. Let's lower the horsepower. It'll last longer. It'll break less. Tires will last longer. I'll break less axles.
Yeah, you don't need that.
Because that car is it's got a T101A Side shift.
That's what I need is a cheaper.
It's got the
dog
stock
box thing or something.
stock rear end.
I'm not putting a fucking T56 in that thing.
Stock. Oh.
At least I don't want to.
You just need like a cheap side shift.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
It's not set up for side shift though. I'd have to cut the transmission out, tunnel.
All right, so you save a couple grand.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, we got buddies at G-Force that we know.
I know.
But that's still, you know.
I'm trying to squeeze one out for the E30.
It's hard to, throw the cash down.
Yeah.
Now you get a good used one.
What I need to do is get a good program plan for it for next year to where I can commit to events with it, and then maybe I can pull in some help. You know.
Yeah. I don't have a single dime set up for my old pro car. I just know I need to do laps.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
I just want to do laps.
Yeah.
Spend my own money. Just make it happen. Just got to do it. I see how good Rome got in such a short period of time, and I'm like, you know what? Okay, I focused on the team. The team's doing really well. The program of Jeff Jones Racing is doing really well. I've got a lot of fans. I love that part. Sponsors are doing well, but I want my driving to do better, and the only way to really increase that, I tried sim.
Yeah.
The sim is working, but I need some real driving time.
Same. Yeah. There
with
is
the same exact car to put in some, filling my butt in the seat and doing that. The RX-7 was good, but it's so different, and I can't even play with things.
is pretty different from the 46 too. That is an issue.
That is an issue, but that's your curse. You gotta live with it.
Yeah.
That car is in Forza, man. You gotta go and
it's
get that sucker
stay
going.
alive.
It's gotta stay alive.
It has to. It has to keep that livery. I want to put that original NA motor. I want to build it back to where the original specs that I built it at, minus the quick change. Because, I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Either get a quick change for it or...
Quick change is a lot of money.
The problem is it's not just a subframe on that car. So the whole rear, where the quick change bolts up to the little ears on the side, those 4-bolt mounts, that's straight to roll cage.
Yeah.
So I have to cut all that out and make new mounts for the old BMW diff, and then it would work. It's realistically, it's probably 2 days, maybe a day's worth of work. It's not that terrible. So it
sounds like you've said,
but then I'm cutting out a lot of work that I did just to get that quick change in there straight and level and do all that work. That was a lot of work to make that thing work.
What's the difference in money that you would spend? GSR center shift transmission, G-force. Quick change. Quick change is going to run you at least $3,500 plus axles, so $5,000. GSR is going to run you somewhere between 10 to 12 grand.
Not if I got to use one, probably 5 to 6.
Yeah, used one, rebuilt.
Yeah.
I feel like they're getting more expensive. I feel like they're 7.
Probably, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's probably.
So
probably
I mean,
right.
you're looking at what did we just say right there?
Yeah, 10 grand.
Yeah, a little over.
Yeah.
5 with the the thing in the axles.
Yeah.
So
I have axles.
More like 12. Oh, you got axles?
Yeah, I have everything set up for quick change.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
All right, so maybe you're at 10 grand.
Yeah.
Or you're at 2 weeks worth of remodding, and then you're buying some cheaper stuff and making.
And buying a transmission still.
Okay. Well, T101s run what? 2 grand.
That's side shift. Though,
3 grand. Yeah, side shift.
Yeah. That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
A lot of cutting that I gotta do.
It's a week's worth of work. At the most, looking nice, all said and done in the car.
I don't know. If I could get a car in here to do a week's worth of work, I feel like I could make that money.
I mean that's not wrong. But that's if you can get a car in here, if you're not doing other things, make it happen.
That's the fucking issue with having a shop and running a fucking race team.
It's. I think we talked about this in one of the podcasts. It's the argument of get it done and go driving, or talk about it for a few years and then not go driving. How long has the freaking 350Z been sitting? Not driving?
Since Desert Mayhem.
Right. And how long did it sit before Desert Mayhem?
Fuck. Long time.
Long time. So, I mean, we're talking.
How did it run so good at Desert Mayhem?
You either got to make it happen or it ain't going to happen. Because, all right, if you go work on a car and now you earn 10 grand in a couple weeks working on doing a couple car projects for someone other. Now that's money in hand. You're going to spend that money in hand on the pro car. You're going to spend that on bills.
No, the pro car's pretty set right now.
Yeah, there's always shit you can spend it on.
Yeah.
Right, because you're going to be like, I got this good hard-earned money I'm going to spend over here.
Yeah.
Versus if you just put the work and make the other car
I just
get going.
More than likely, I just need to sell some shit around the shop. I got a cold saw. I'm gonna want to sell pneumatic cold saw. I got a.
Here's the question, guys.
I think
Should
I think I could pull that $10,000 out of my ass by just getting some. Maybe why don't I fucking just sell the Z?
I don't think so.
I thought about selling the Z.
Should
of times.
Andy get the E30 back up to full pro level,
Not
or
pro
just
level.
get it
needs a
back
quick-
working?
The only
get it
difference
going.
is the quick change. Do we get it a quick change or not? That's
You also
the real
said
question.
a GSR.
Well, what else are we gonna put in there? The side shift.
Yeah, side shift.
What's that difference though? It's like a $2,000 difference, right?
Oh no. Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe for you.
Well,
I think it's like a $5,000.
How much does a T101 cost?
T101?
Side shift? I mean, the side shift?
Like $3,000.
$3,000?
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I could pick up a fucking. Well, yeah, you said the prices change. Yeah, it's debatable.
Totally debatable.
Well,
but I mean, you have a full pro car.
Why don't we just go full giant G-Force logo on the side of the car, and then maybe they'll give me a transmission.
I don't think they will, but.
Oh, what if I just put it there and then we'll find out later?
Yeah. Come on, Joe.
Yeah. We'll just throw it up there, giant thing, and then maybe just maybe.
Maybe.
I'll check with the UPS man every
I
week
don't
and be
know.
like, hey, did G-Force send anything out yet? You guys get any no notifications? No? Shit. Yeah. Yep,
You could have this car running in like a month.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. Without going all the crazy shit. With
And
the normal stuff back in that you already have.
I'd still need T101.
Yeah. Yeah, those are easy to find. I know a guy that might have two of them sitting around.
How much?
Don't know. Depends on how much beer you got.
How much does that side shifter stick out? Is that going to clear my seat?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's by your knee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like up here. You know? It's more about having the handbrake over here or making a funny little shifter to
center it.
Offset the two.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm debating about doing that right now.
Could I borrow one and try and bolt it up and see what it looks like?
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are easy.
Maybe I'll try that.
Don't have the shifter, though.
I'll figure that out.
Yeah.
I'm more concerned about clearance with the side shift stuff.
No,
it's perfectly set up for the top shifter right now.
Yeah.
Like it's just what it was built around. Unfortunately.
Yep.
Where the hell are we at here? Fucking 2 hours and 30 minutes. Jesus Christ. How do these things run so goddamn long?
I don't know.
Why do you do this to me?
I think we could have cut it half an hour ago and been good.
Probably could have, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, that's no fun.
Hey, I got to tell you one thing. The GoPros are killing it.
Right?
This
Nothing
guy's
shut
only
off.
stopped once.
Bryant has nothing to do over here. This poor man.
We'll see what they look like when you're done editing, but
It'll look terrible. But it doesn't matter because I won't have to do a bunch of crazy editing.
I don't see why people are like, oh, yeah, that's sharp as fuck. I love it.
I love it.
I don't know.
I like a crispy, sharp image.
Maybe.
It's beautiful.
Spring, spring, spring.
Yeah, you like that noise through the mic there?
All right. I think it's time
Is that
to cut
it? Yeah, I think that's it.
Yep.
So that's episode 12. Thank you guys for sticking around. We are, at this point, we've done 2 hours per episode. We're at episode 12, so we're at like 24 hours plus of footage here.
That's a lot of footage.
It's a lot of time we've spent
Sweet.
on this freaking couch talking to each other.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we want to get back into doing more stuff at the track.
Mm-hmm.
We definitely need to just, continue doing more things. Life got busy for us for a minute.
Yeah.
But hopefully we can get back to
it gets so hectic.
And you're about to go
the
live on
track.
the East Coast.
Yeah, for like a month, yeah. But dude, at the track, it's just such a hectic thing to come in. The timing at which to okay, so just out, I can go bother him and see if he wants to podcast, and you're packing up, you're like,
yeah,
it's so hard to coordinate. I think I just need to set it up at the beginning of the weekend and kind of just take who I can get when I can get them. If I get you, I get you. If I don't, I don't. If whoever I can get, I just got to try and get them.
Pop in for a few minutes.
Oklahoma's episode was sweet. Those guys were cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that made a good episode.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Till next time.
Appreciate it. Tell your friends. We're just a couple drift dudes hanging out, normal individuals,
Talking
semi-pros.
about alien movies and Form of the Drift
movies.
and, beer.
What was your favorite alien movie?
Prometheus for me, dude.
Not you, them.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah.
You don't care about what I like.
Later, nerds.
Later, guys. Thank you.
Welcome to What the Drift Podcast with your hosts, Formula Drift drivers Andy Haitley and Jeff Jones.